watching Loud Silence TV.
Watch Loud Silence TV on Multi-TV by scanning for channels on your Multi-TV decoder and selecting Loud Silence TV. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Loud Silence TV. And on YouTube, it's Loud Silence TV too. Loud Silence TV, the breath of news and entertainment.
Problem we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try my best. Fish farming is the process of rearing of fish in the reservoirs and the fish ponds, etc. They stopped, they terminated this in the contract. And it's now that they are beginning it. As I speak, I don't know when they are even going to complete with the road. But I'm talking about access road, not the main one.
You're talking about the arterial road.
That is it. We are working on the main one. And for that matter, travelers should have access to roads that will take them to their destiny.
I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana. I'm all my sweat and all my heart. I promise to owe you highest our heritage going forward. I pledge my our heritage going forward through the blood and toil of our fathers. You are my we are my.
You are watching Loud Silence TV.
Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all ama the people of Agogo. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa.
Sikana shi. Sikana shi. Sikano ashi. Sikana shi. Sikana shi. Sikano ashi. Sikana shi. Sikana shi. Sikano ashe.
Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all ama the people of Agogo. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Tawia obejare enyasa. Tawia obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa.
Adia wa my way chiri eye no kore. O kan no kore o problem. Be obeka no kore o problem. People went to campaign and dance and all that. You can never tell me. You can never tell me. Never. Never. Tell me that these spikes just jumped up. I'm telling you that this is as a result of your political dancing, vuvuzela blowing, no nose, but don't be a hypocrite. Don't be hypocritical. Government must take responsibility. Please, look at the way everybody is in nose mask. Everybody wash their hands, sanitize their hands, sitting down nicely. Yet, you have campaigns. You want us to bring those videos back, we will. Be responsible. Suddenly, coronavirus have jumped up. Where did it come to jump up? It was already all the time spreading all that while. In September, in October, in November, in December, it was spreading. During campaign, during inauguration, corona was still spreading. I'm telling the government, lead, be an example. Don't tell me that when we are campaigning there is no corona. When the people were fighting in parliament, where was social distancing? When people were chewing paper and sitting on other people, where was when people were slapping people, jumping on people, when people were pulling people from people's seats? I thought you said we shouldn't shake our hands. People are pulling people. That didn't bring a spread. Don't try to go and play this blame game on anybody. That is hypocrisy, and God will judge hypocrisy. I'm so surprised. People are Kayayo people and all that are arrested because they didn't wear masks. Where were the masks during the campaigns? Where were the masks? Where were the masks? What are you talking about? Where were the masks? Where were the masks? People are dancing, jumping.
You are watching Loud Silence TV.
Imagine a small country like Ghana. We can use $100 million and over to build a church, cathedral. But we can't get $100 million to build a proper hospital, a proper medical center, so that when our finance minister is sick, he can go there. They would rather go to America, go to UK, go to South Africa when they are sick. But use over $100 million to build a church. Masa, we enye Jimmy. If this is not humility, then I don't know what is Jimmy. This is stupidity to the highest level. That we will use all this money, over $100 million, to build a church. But when we are sick, we travel outside. Jimmy San a Corona Pro.
A time came in the life of the people of Israel when Joshua died. There was no leader to continue the leadership legacy and continue leading Israel. It was a moment of difficulty and a moment of chaos. It was a moment of confusion and disorder. In the days where there was no king, everybody did what was right in his own eyes. He goes to your farm and likes your farm and produce, and it's time for harvest, he will harvest. You don't have the strength, he will gather people to beat you up, he will pack everything and leave. Everybody was doing what was right in his own eyes. No law was working, no law and order was working. Police institution has broken down. Law and order has broken down. Government institutions are broken down. Total confusion and chaos, lawlessness and disorder. You can insult the the judge and go scot-free like we are seeing in Ghana. And Deborah said, I saw this going on, and at a point in time, something stirred up in my soul as a woman. And somebody was telling me, you are a woman, you can't do anything. The men are sitting down, they can't do anything. What about you, the woman? Be quiet. Deborah said, something stirred up in my soul. And I said, I can't watch and see this happening. Somebody should rise up. And Deborah said, until I rose up and I became a mother of this nation. And I said, this nonsense must stop. When you hear the children in the house, total confusion, fighting and scattering, and they are scattering things and breaking things, you know, people will be passing by. And sometimes you hear our elders asking, because our elders believe that if there is an elder in the house, this nonsense cannot continue. Our elders believe that if there is Onukpa Yeshia, this fighting, in-house fighting and breakages and lawlessness would not happen. So they always ask, Onukpa Beshia Nelo, because the presence of Onukpa in the Shia calls for order, calls for discipline, calls for law abiding. So I'm asking the question, with the lawlessness in our country, with the disorder in our country, with the impunity going on in the country, the Onukpa Beshialo number one are the Christian churches, councils in the country. What are they doing and what are they saying? The civil society organizations, what are they doing and what are they saying? The professional groupings, the Bar Association, where are you? The Ghana Medical Association, where are you? The trade unions, where are you? Where are the institutions of state? Why should the institutions be quiet and lawlessness and disorder characterize our country?
Mogoton Komanje for that matter. Itawo do go on paper. Sheta no go on the ground. No friend about the implementation. There are two things: implementation and what do we call it? I will not go on the ground. If you're short cutting, ground breaking. So what is the difference between ground breaking and short cutting? You want me and get block after and get knife cutting instead of short cutting. We're going to what we call it blade cutting. You have a launching. From launching there, we go to what? Commissioning. From commissioning, we have a scissor cutting. We have a short cutting, or ground breaking, or knife cutting, or blade cutting. You want to get you now. We have a short cutting. We have a knife cutting or blade cutting.
Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to spare a moment to walk through with us the length and breadth of this country and see what, just in a sneak view, we are about to show you. A video documentary that introduces today's presentation.
Just see black and white, world from
Here is a 38-in-1 cubicle private water closet facility for a rural community in the Ashanti region. The government is building over 1,400 of similar facilities for communities with no or disproportionate access to toilet facilities in all regions, plus 200 multi-unit flushable latrines, and has distributed over 17,000 units of Dignity toilets. Also, the government has built 4,765 toilet facilities in communities where open defecation is pervasive. All of these together is providing decent places of convenience for over 8 million people whose options would have been cut to either open defecation.
Most of the toilets in the data that we have just seen, that we in the table, are toilets that have been built under the One Constituency 1 Million project. But that is not the end of the story. We have about 6 projects under the Toilets for All policy. We have built 28,485 household toilets. 12,972 toilets have been built. Then there's ongoing construction of the gas slip project. 5,000 toilets are being built there. The Government of Ghana Household Toilet Program, we're building 1,900 toilets there. And Rural Sanitation Model and Strategy Program, 40,348 toilets serving 3,000 communities. And then under the Urban Sanitation Pilot Project, 21,332. So under the Toilet for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. And because of all of this investment that has been made in the toilet infrastructure, 5,498 communities have been declared open defecation free. We are building a nation.
Ghana, a peaceful country and a beacon of democracy in its fourth republic, has had violent free elections and transitioned power peacefully without any unrest or civil strife. This has become effortlessly possible because of the peace-loving leaders Ghanaians have successfully elected to lead them. President Kufuor in 2007 perfectly described the attribute of the type of person to lead Ghanaians at all times.
So anybody who is always full of tension and fighting and that sort of thing, we have to be careful about. Whether when the power is given to this person to lead us, he's the type with the experience and with all due respect, the wisdom to be able to keep the country united, to secure the nation, to gain the respect of the forces, the military, the police, the chiefs. Look out for that, because we know the history. Some people have been given power only to lose it just like that. We don't want that.
Even so, this peaceful and beautiful country was handed to Nana Akufo-Addo on the 7th January 2017 as president to lead for 4 years. Many people had reservations about his violent nature, which may have been well hidden from the public, but not from those who knew him best. Mr. Kofi Kumsen, a close friend of President Nana Addo, bluntly stated,
I can't entrust Ghana into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe. It's not safe. And I believe that.
Then there's Maxwell Kofi-Juma.
He will be a terrible president.
President Nana Addo's violent nature became immediately apparent as a warlord sponsoring his party hoodlums to attack innocent citizens and public officers alike, as was seen with the beating of ASP Nanka Bruce at the presidency in front of a paralyzed security on the 9th January 2017, just 2 days after Nana Addo had been sworn in as president. President Nana Addo surrounded himself with hoodlums as bodyguards and endorsed vigilante groups such as Invincible Force and Delta Force. Members of these vigilante groups had free rein to attack anyone who was not a member of the president's political party. They went on a rampage, causing mayhem and atrocities on anyone who disagreed with or criticized Nana Addo's government. President Nana Addo's own appointee, the Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator, was heckled, manhandled, and dragged from out of his office like a rat. even our courts were spared by these hoodlums. They vandalized court proceedings and broke free fellow members from judicial justice while attacking the sitting judge in the process. The Ayawaso West Wagon by-election was President Nana Addo's first test of leadership for peaceful elections in the country. Instead, a battalion of his party hoodlums, dressed in SWAT uniforms and armed with lethal weapons, were discharged to visit mayhem and brutalities on innocent citizens who were simply exercising their constitutional right to vote. The aim of these hoodlums was primarily to intimidate voters in the opponent's stronghold and to prevent a free and fair elections. They fired several rounds of gunshots in and around a polling center targeted at Ghanaians, which led to a bloodbath just for a by-election. All this happened under the explicit and tacit approval of President Nana Addo. These barbarisms happened without a single condemnation from the president. He immediately flew out of the country to attend a concert, leaving bloodied victims to their fate. He gleefully ignored the recommendations of the Ayawaso West Wagon Commission of Inquiry report by issuing a white paper to whitewash these crimes against Ghanaians. Otumfuo Osei Tutu II advised sternly, and I quote, "Elections with integrity mean the electoral contest, both in their preparation and their conduct, must be free and fair and not disfigured by political motivated violence. They must take place on a level playing field with parties and candidates able to campaign to put their case across and the electorate free to cast their votes without fear or intimidation." President Nana Addo sat in front of the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II and jokingly lamented without any apology or remorse, saying in part, "I will not ignore such issues. The law applies to everyone in Ghana. I know it is of concern to you, but do not worry. We will ensure that everything is resolved." My fellow Ghanaians, has this been resolved? Have things been resolved as the president promised Otumfuo? Has Nana Addo disbanded these vigilante groups? Did we not in fact see these hoodlums on rampage again in Ketu South, Banda, and elsewhere in the just ended new voter?
So why are we now pretending to now be saying, for the sake of peace? How can there be peace when there's no justice? When the people have elected and another person have decided that I am selecting myself? It doesn't work like that. And you have cited a lot of examples that is very difficult for anybody to actually defend. Because say, why is Jen Mensah so worried and requesting for so much security? Is she scared for her life? She feels Ghanaians will come after her? I am saying here, if Ghanaians feel they will come after her, they will come after her. It is because they are the people who are running this country aground. So if anybody is supposed to be held responsible first, it is Jen Mensah.
That Colonel, what's his name? Is it Joe? Whatever. Took instructions from whoever and stormed the chamber of parliament in a mutiny style. And as we speak to date,
Time with Elikem Kotoko, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Now to me finding out what constitutes 171 million for that project. Not just say economists no, we're highly incompetent and highly incapable. In fact, a limping vice president. Otimi nyina ne naso. Is infactual. Otimi kano kre.
toilet nyina ka ho wabɔ tie ahye coat abɔ tie agye 150 billion Ghana cedis bosia but say the this kana ya toilet wabɔ coat abɔ tie but say the this kana ya toilet yes our toilet no president say bi okɔ baabi na yam kana ya ka so okɔ ha onko.
God miraculously made Akufo-Addo the president to disgrace him. They are not in battle with John Hammer, not with the NDC. No, Sammy. Here, data force for Koya Sankwasi Adiom Koyeno Kumasi ono. Omu konnie di omu 18 million.
Time with Listo Nana Puku, showing on Loud Silence TV.
And I'm we say Galamsey fight no na ama MPP Nanado elususi anya Galamsey fight no e yem krofo na amokọ gigi omonoma na ayeka na amonte no kwaji obi gold no akoton ebi akwaji obi excavator na odi ama krofo so monfa ko gigi nkurase fo asase ye ka sa amontie ye konto kwase Ghana ye 275 MPs who drive 275 V8. You need ambulance. We need ambulance. We need ambulance. Me can some ways are da mokoto ambulance by number one o feeton agbene o feeton e plus we need we are yen na ye kun se bibi mbro man mu yen ni ewu the battle. Stay at home and win the battle. You don't always have to be there. The idea is not to pull the kind of kunipo. The idea is to win. How can you win without being at the battlefield? It's very, very important. So sometimes you have to use wisdom.
Time with A+, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Doing great. I am bringing you greetings from London, United Kingdom, or London, England, United Kingdom. My name is Marie Amwakwa Boeju. Means to say I am fighting for President Mahama to become president. So be it. Bebre no na krana na omoka say President Akufo-Addo ought to be your president. President Akufo-Addo be your president, and it will be a disaster. And today we have all seen it. Well, the biggest mistake you people will make but the biggest mistake is to give Abattoir way back to President Akufo-Addo. It will be a very big mistake, I am telling you Ghanaians. A combination of President Akufo-Addo, Ken Ofori-Atta, Gabi Ochredako, and the rest of them. But the fact of the matter is that they are a recipe for disaster, a recipe for grabbing wealth and power for themselves only.
Na eba ye no eche nkwala mo eche mpenimfo usemabie school COVID-19 na eba ye aba no eche nkwala mo eche mpenimfo usemabie school nkwala nkitinkiti no enko school no na wasa twan wa be ka kire me say your utmost priority is to safeguard the lives of future generations. Men saboda twice the number of mutanen da suka biya 2019 suka biya 2020 sam tanka an samu karuwa kenan mun gode kware Allah saka da ne kun ba duba kudin nan kuma 2020 ga mun samu 39,000 corrupt. That is when Ghanaians will appreciate Ken Ofori-Atta. So mu felino no mu disqualify na he ceases to be the next finance minister in Ghana. There you see.
Real Talk with Mr. Article, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Were you a bit disappointed that the president did not even speak at all about the people who lost their lives in the Techiman South constituency?
I think that it is not fair for people to refer to an event without going back. What happened? Should the president just talk about if a criminal is shot, he's shot. the crime does not matter? I beg to differ. What happened? The president should stay out. Let the investigative people determine what happened. But I think it's not fair to insist that because somebody died, even if he was in the process of committing a crime, it becomes an issue. No, I beg to differ.
Not even commiserations to the families?
Hello? Do we commiserate with the families of armed robbers? We should.
Are the people who died?
Good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobe Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. It's exactly 3:37 p.m. East Coast, and I know it's 8:37 p.m. In Ghana. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. My producers are called the GOATS team. This show is in 4 segments. This show is in 4 segments. It's a social political show. The first segment is what we call the Hello segment. The second segment is also what we call the social media segment. We have the third segment called the editorial segment, and the final segment is opening the phone lines for people to call in, the phone-in segment. If you're here with me right now, I'd like to say thank you very much for being part of today's show. In fact, we're not streaming on Facebook right now. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, we should be live on Facebook. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, we should be live on Facebook. So if you're here with me, understand that we're streaming only on YouTube, and also we are live on Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are also live on Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. So if you're watching me right now, I'd like you to tell a friend that we are not streaming on Facebook right now. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, I think Facebook will be activated, and then you can also watch us live on Facebook. But as I speak now, you can watch us on YouTube and also on Loud Silence TV. If you are in Ghana, in other 22 African countries, and if you have a multi-TV decoder, all that you have to do is to rescan your decoder and search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV. Let me do this. In fact, this is very, very important. We've been receiving lots and lots of complaints from the Ashanti region. From the Ashanti region, that they're struggling to get our signal on Multi TV. So if you're watching me right now and you have a decoder, search for, I think the frequency is 11675. 11675. That is Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. The frequency is 11675. So if you're in the Ashanti region and you're struggling to get a signal on your device or on your decoder to watch us live, look for 11675. That is our signal, our frequency number on Multi TV. Search for frequency 11675. 11675. You can watch us live on Multi TV. You can also watch us on other with other decoders. If you have a very strong decoder, search for Loud Silence TV. And I know when you search, you are actually going to get us live. This is the most. Yes, I think we are live. I hope. Okay, I can see we are live on 1957 Project. 1957 Project just picked us live on Facebook. 1957 Project. If you are also on Facebook and you are a follower of 1957 Project, we are live on 1957 Project on Facebook. So if you are watching me right now, thank you very much. I think we are going to be live very, very soon on Loud Silence TV, and also on With All Due Respect on Facebook. I'm trying to get this right. It's a little complicated here, so just spare me some minutes. In the next few minutes, we should be live on With All Due Respect on Facebook. In the next few minutes, we should be live on With All Due Respect on Facebook. But if you're also on Facebook this time, you can watch us on 1957 Project. 1957 Project. You can watch us live. How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? It's been a very hectic weekend. Lots and lots of things happened. Today was the SONA. The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, actually came out to tell us the state of the nation. Were you satisfied, or you thought that the president could have said more or done more today? If you take your time to look at our topic of the day, it's simple: how arrogance destroyed Nana Addo Dankwa's legacy. How arrogance destroyed Akufo-Addo's legacy today. Akufo-Addo had just one chance today to redeem his legacy, to set records straight, to make sure that the whole country, we come together as one people, irrespective of the political party you support. But as usual, the president today missed that chance. We will take our time and break that issue down. We have two things to discuss today as our editorial of the day. We will be talking about the SONA itself, the state of the nation the president gave this morning. And also, we will be discussing what Akufo-Addo missed today, something he was supposed to do today to at least set his government on the right track. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as usual, missed this. This is very, very important, and these are things that the mainstream media are trying to hide. So if you're here with me, I'd like to say thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. I'm just dragging a little bit to make sure that I get With All Due Respect live, so that we can actually wait for our brothers and sisters and then move forward together. So I'm still waiting for the signal on With All Due Respect, and then we can actually move on. But before that, I just want to say hello to a few people, and then we do the do. How is everyone doing today? I don't have my mic here. Producers are saying that, Kevin, you have to use Love. So we have started using Love. I hope I look cool. I've been using mic for a very long time. In fact, a standard mic for a long time. It looks like I've missed the mic. The mic is supposed to be here. You know, but the mic is not here, so I'm trying to make it work. Who is there watching me on YouTube right now? I can see Fafa watching me right now on YouTube. Thank you very much, Fafa, for being here this evening. I can also see... Okay, let me go all the way back and say hello to Eben Mensah is here. Gerard Arma is watching me. Queen Na Abele Diamond is watching Kevin Taylor in the Ghost team. Chidi Chara is live on YouTube watching me right now. Crypt Node is watching me on YouTube. In fact, the names I'm mentioning are all YouTube names. In fact, the names I'm mentioning are all on YouTube. Franco Yao is also live on YouTube. Mohammed Tijani is watching Kevin Taylor in the Ghost team right now on YouTube. Mama Get is also here. Joy Ama is watching me right now. Chidi Chara is watching me right now. Franco Yao is watching Kevin Taylor and Ghost team. Jemima Asante is live on YouTube. Mary Ayoma is also here. Nice Tete says, hey Kevin, thank you very much. Nice. Priscilla Edika is watching me. Esinam Lotsu is watching Kevin Taylor and Ghost team. Chidi Chara is back here. Franco Yao is back again. Fafa Baby TV is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team. Wasawa Wawasa. Wasawa Wawasa. Hey, case name. All right, SM Kwansma SM is watching me right now. Thank you very much, Kwansma SM. Have a wonderful evening. Ajuama Onyo, my love, is also here. Thank you. Fusaini Moro is watching Kevin Taylor in the Ghost team. Fafa Baby is back again. So many people on Princess and Priscilla. Princess and Priscilla, they are watching us right now on YouTube. Aisha Ebola is watching me. It's not Ebola. Aisha Bola is watching me. Charlotte is also here. Thank you very much, Charlotte, for being here this evening. Beatrice is watching me right now. Esther is here. Franco is here. Ahmed Islam is also here. I'm still waiting to get a signal from the Ghost team so that we can actually move on. Okay, so I'm getting a signal in the Ashanti region that they are all, they're watching us live on Multi TV. They are watching us live on Multi. Thank you very much, Piero. He's our Ashanti regional correspondent. Thank you very much for giving us the signal that it's stable now in the Ashanti region. So if the With All Due Respect channel is not ready, I think you can watch us on 1957. Yes, 1957 on Facebook right now. You can also go there and watch us. But I know for sure that With All Due Respect will be live very, very soon. With All Due Respect will be live. Thank you, everybody, for being here this evening. Dear Nancy, Mr. President, Kevin Akobedu Taylor show we a friend With All Due Respect extended version. You're streaming from USA, so and mine 22 countries, Ghana can 23. This is an international platform. Into Medawase say and then ode with the Ato Loud Silence TV. So we channel for front say Obano wa friend no akwesi amankwa abena mombra na mo change into Loud Silence TV. Omde to wa manenda ho de akanyina ebuka same poncho na still manenda ho obo se de eko nyoma papa nkwa de bia ya ka ya say channel we Loud Silence TV channel we a no schedule channel. This channel is a no schedule channel, meaning say this channel no you need schedule bia you need program bia your favorite political commentators are we say data they show more Facebook around the world. Utumi will be to say Mari, who will be to say Mr. Article, Real Talk, Utumi will be to say Elekem Kotoko, Utumi show will be to say Listowo, Edupoku, who will be to say Inkoto to be live here. So all these people will be having their shows here. Now, your schedule will be so if you change the channel, so me show and I say the channel will share now we change the channel there now how because we say data. Akwakoto data, Ababeshe will be on Facebook, that person will be live on Loud Silence TV. So it is a no schedule channel. We are changing traditional TV. This is what we are doing now. People don't know what we are doing, but in a few months they will understand what we are doing. You see, this is the only channel you see your favorite commentator, your favorite social commentator or political commentator on. There's no schedule. The open will be a free range. Every individual who speaks and thinks about Ghana, this is the platform. It's so Loud Silence TV, so I understand that this is the only platform that you have to be on. Yeah, in fact, shows now you really will show a TV way, so simple. Ebika Chi, Ebika Hawaza, Ebika Eve, Ebika Ga, Ebika all the languages in Ghana. That is our idea, and that is our agenda to make sure that every single Ghanaian will get the message. And we are doing everything possible to make every single Ghanaian around the world, and yes, around the world and in Ghana, to get the message. And if you are here, if you are watching Loud Silence TV, just change channel we na so mu Loud Silence TV about mommy poppy the remote no yi battery no na to battery to train ka just say eno ano baby da da ye change ni biom ye hwa to la ye hwa kwaku. So if you are watching Loud Silence TV this evening, I would like to say thank you very much for being here this evening. Now was it the see parliament in there no the president read the SONA and it is said na amanfo bi huro Chief Justice. I don't know no, but I would like to say this before we start the topic, the going into the show itself. NDC MPs Amoko Parliament. To be very honest with you guys, I don't know what you were trying to do. I'm being very honest here. NDC parliamentarians in Parliament today, to be very honest with you, that is not the job. Ghanaians are that is not the job. In fact, what you people did in Parliament today, let's say that. What you people did in Parliament today is an embarrassment. It has not changed anything. It does not change the economy. It does not help us scrutinize people who do not even know the job they're about to do. It does not add anything to it. Fine, you can have your own fancy there or your own fanfare, but the fact of the case is whatever transpired in Parliament today when the president was giving his speech, it did not change anything. It's not going to add anything to the economy. It is in fact not going to add anything to nothing in Ghana. It was basically a disturbance. It was basically an obstruction which did not have any base. The people sent you to Parliament to do one thing, scrutinize appointees and also force the government to do the right thing. You were given first job to do, you could not accomplish it. What right or what moral right do you people have to go into Parliament to go and distract the president? The president was supposed to give his SONA, whether good or bad. We gave you a job to do as MPs. You actually went in there, and at the end of the day, you frustrated Ghanaians. You actually disappointed Ghanaians to the core. So all that you guys did in parliament today, booing the president, distracting the president, showing that you are an opposition, it does not bring anything. It will not change anything. You have disappointed Ghanaians because we gave you a specific job to do, and you people did not deliver. And we are still watching you guys. If you can actually prove yourselves that you are not people that can be dragged in the mud. Munyankophobia nipa betime bu monimtia and they hey so be who MDC MP or TV superan buofu because you people have shown to say you can be your minds can be changed at any time. I am not going to sit here and say so Obiako Jiska or somebody went to take bribe or no. But from what we are seeing, it is looking like Ghanaians cannot really trust you, the NDC MPs, until you prove yourself, say you have been sent there to do the job. So going into parliament and throwing words around and Lekufwaro is a liar, it doesn't. It was not going to change the economy. It is not going to stop Ejapa. It is not going to stop Hawa Kumsi from being a minister. It is not going to stop Okwan Nkrumah from being a minister. The Free Yakoto, it is not going to stop anybody. So I think that you people were basically pleasing yourselves in parliament. And right-thinking Ghanaians who really think about what is happening in Ghana today, our condition and our security and everything, and how this country is moving forward, people were disgusted, yes. I myself, I was so embarrassed when I saw the minority misbehaving and embarrassing themselves in parliament today. The right thing was supposed to be done. If you guys had done the right thing in the first place by stopping people who do not even understand the work they are supposed to do, then we will say that you people deserve what you did today. But what you did today is just an embarrassment, and on my platform, I'm never going to encourage any MP or encourage anybody to applaud what you people did in parliament. It's an embarrassment to this nation. And I would like to tell you people, if you want Ghanaians to trust you again and believe that you were sent there to check the government, a corrupt government, then you have to come right. Then you have to do the right thing. You cannot use this to cover your shame, because the people gave you a simple job to do, and that job was to go there, scrutinize these appointees, and stop those who are corrupt, stop those who are not smart, stop those who are not fit for the job. But you went there and you all acted like rubber stamp. Today, you are in parliament embarrassing yourself, distracting the president. What should you do? You people have emboldened the people who make him corrupt. So what were you guys trying to prove in parliament today? So I'd like to tell the NDC MPs in parliament today, shame on you guys. Yes, the same way you're saying shame on the Chief Justice, shame on you guys too, because you could not even perform your basic duty before going there to embarrass yourself. And then I would like to say this before we move ahead. I was very disappointed in the president today, and I know majority of the journalists in Ghana will not talk about it. The president was late. In fact, we were told that this sauna was going to start at 1 p.m. I saw dignitaries from different countries come in around 11, 12, sitting. The president did not show up till like 2:15. And I was watching the clock so closely. The president of the republic, disrespected everybody, disrespected all the dignitaries, disrespected we Ghanaians. They told us the president was going to speak at 1 p.m. The president showed up at 2:15. And the most embarrassing thing and the most disrespectful thing I saw today was that the president did not even have the humility. He never had the humility to apologize to we the people watching him and those who were in the room. He just walked in with his shoulder up. His wife went to sit down. The vice went to sit down, and he started speaking. That is my problem with this president. He does not respect the people. He does not respect even dignitaries who had left their job behind to come and witness him just lie. People just came out of courtesy to come witness you lie. So they come sit there 2 hours and over, and you come and you don't show any kind of respect to them by even apologizing. Then it shows that you, the president, you are not somebody that people are supposed to respect, because this is your sauna. This is the state of the nation. You might not have another sauna again, and you will not. So why don't you at least show some respect to the people watching you? People from different places, they left their jobs. Dignitaries who were supposed to be in important meetings, they all left and came to sit and waited for you for 2.5 hours, and you didn't have that respect. And nobody in that protocol lineup of the president could come out and even issue an apology. From the Speaker of Parliament to the last messenger in the Jubilee House, the disrespect is too high. Nobody could even just render an apology to anybody. That is the level of disrespect. It is from the top all the way to down. With All Due Respect is live on Facebook, so you can go on Facebook and watch us live on With All Due Respect. So that is the arrogance the president exhibited today. But what actually I'll be talking about today is also his arrogance. He missed a lot today, and I'll take my time to explain that to you. You will understand why the president is arrogant. He does not respect, and at his age, what is he looking for? What does he want? We just need our president to respect us so that we can also respect him back. But if the president cannot even show us respect after 2.5 hours, you could not say, I am sorry to the people sitting there. The Chief Justice was sitting there. The military couples were all sitting there. Dignitaries from around the world. You could not utter one word and say, I am sorry that I am late. The level of disrespect from this president is too much. All right, so let's go straight and take care of business. If you are now on Facebook, you can watch us on With All Due Respect page. With All Due Respect page, we are live. We are also live on NDC TV. We are live on Loud Silence TV. We are streaming on Multi TV in Ghana. Look for Loud Silence TV. We are also streaming on YouTube. Look for Loud Silence TV on YouTube. Look for Loud Silence TV on YouTube. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. We are streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. This show is With All Due Respect extended version. Let's go straight and take care of business. Our first story is this. Our photo of the day is this. The president says, open your eye. Nana Addo'S Kufuor so mumbie moni a mubehu ni factories no. Me pacho mumbie moni na Ghana fo makatakata moni. The President of the Republic is telling Ghanaians, open your eye. And when you open your eye, you will see his factories. Factories in the Hefanawo with the President Neka. This is the picture that we were able to capture. Let's take care of business. This is the picture we were able to capture. The President of the Republic telling Ghanaians, say, we should open our eye. And that when we open our eye, we will see his factories. Inti, one picture where I said, Nana Addo'S Kufuor say, open your eye. Say cheese, get a picture. Let it go, take a picture. Mr. President says, say cheese, take a picture. And let it go, take a picture. That's the President of the Republic, Nana Addo'S Kufuor. This is also another picture. I would like to ask, where are these people? Where are these people? Doomsor is inevitable. You say a baby will a blow. When I was in Presec, there was one guy who wanted to be SP. Spay. And then his tagline was a blow. But it was actually a wise saying. It says, a blow which is inevitably yours when earlier received can cause torrential hostilities. Where are these people? This is a simple question I'm asking. Doomsor is inevitable. And I will show you why Doomsor is inevitable when we start the social media segment. I'll prove to you. People are going around words to convince you or confuse you that Doomsor is inevitable. It's something that is not happening. Doomsor is happening right now. So I would like to ask these people. Yvonne Nelson, Sydney, Van Veka, Akwana, Bibitu na Pempem, your friends saying, or say, den. Muamugu TV Lusina DKB money ade. Where are you guys? Onufu Kebi, Snake and Sons. Munyina Muway, Doomsor tame, a tame to Sabu, Mamponhina Bob. Oh, without this on Nanamanus Milaso. I'm Nanasa Betumaka. Nanamanus Milaso. Yes, Doomsor tame to some Mamponhina Boom. Ain't he? Where they be Busamo? Nanasa Benka, Nanamanus Milaso. Yes, Doomsor, a tame some Mamponhina Boom. Ain't the question is simple. Yvonne Nelson or Wayne, you see the reason why sometimes you do sometimes I can't say me or baby or say. But say Yvonne Nelson Wayne because Doomsor tame and as we speak, Doomsor a tame some Mamponhina Bomu, Bebre, Akatwa ha, and I chimya kakregu ha, 9 here the Wugusun yadi Kobiatos yadi Kosuami and Sabiaso. Doomsor tame a ginem, but Yanka Bibia added Ayania Winipa, Yvonne Nelson. Maybe I'm a catcher or say, I am not done with you. I will come after you. I will come after your last G-string. You need to have people on the streets. I am just telling Yvonne Nelson, say, we are waiting. When is the demonstration starting? And I said, Naneku Fuado Abine a chain, say a catcher, so now your politics. You were doing politics, hiding behind creative art. Our movie is not going on well. Me say, time Mahama free so movie saying na why. But the question is simple. Where is the demonstration? Yvonne Nelson. Also the nyansa chen obi a Ghana. Ona ya Asantwa. Ukoto jene watch media beti I respect that. First nam no you tuntum say say all bright chemi. It's okay. I am just asking a simple question. Say demonstration no way. Has the movie industry actually grown to the point whereby we are closer to Nollywood or Hollywood? We just want to know all these things. If you hide behind politics, one day the politics itself will expose you. But we are not done with you people. We are going to go Sydney. Or Rasta wa ba ma otira no nyina chenchene. Ni nyina we na chen. Sydney. Pie na beka se obi a mo pese mo ko out na mo ko demonstration because on Sunday the whole nation was shut down. And we are all here. Today, as I speak to you, some part of the country has been shut down. Enti Yvonne Nelson, DNAC, na sa akona, odidi Samuel Gufu china otaita Samuel Gufu ton. Samuel Gufu ejana ne anu atafre no Prince Osei no. Ne ade na bona pempem no yesi bibi tarabo so. Omo nyina omo wen. That is the question. That is the question. Mo nyina omo wen. What has changed? Because we are all struggling. These people were MPP, foot soldiers. They wanted something to survive. They wanted to eat. They forgot about the future of this nation. They used them like poultry chicken. You saw them say Koko and punching with all due respect. You had a demonstration and the circumstances behind that happened the same time. It's happening today. What has changed? One funny thing that I realized, and I didn't want to talk about it. Sunday when the lights went off, I need to say this. Let's move forward quickly. I saw something. I was scrolling on Facebook and I'm copying this guy called Della Sky. Is that his name? Della Sky. Yeah, Richard Della Sky. Yes. And Othe of UK, Ocean Law. You remember this guy? He was part of City. 2014-15, he was in Ghana. He was very, very vocal when it came to energy issues, doomsaw and all that. This guy was part of the media that was criticizing the past administration led by John Dramani Mahama. On Sunday, after the nationwide shutdown, I'm talking about the doomsaw, we saw on Facebook, all your comments, all your video. And I don't normally watch these people, but I stopped and I'm like, let me listen to this guy. And all that he was trying to do in his video, and say he was blaming the system. Richard Della Sky, yes, he's in UK now. And only achim for the so say Gabi the school. UK, he's fine. Now let's go to the issue itself. I need to talk about this. And he was sitting on Facebook, and clearly he was trying to blame the system. You know, when are we as Ghanaians going to move from this stage? And as a people, you know, we need to make sure the various institutions work. We have to make sure that ECG is working effectively. And that, you know, in UK where I am, you cannot, even in the COVID, that's what he was saying, you know, he was making sense. He was really making sense, saying that we have to blame the system. And the system is not working. And politicians have failed us. And that we the people have to understand that until we change. And I was watching this clown. I would say clown. You know why? I would say he's a clown because, in fact, he talked about a lot of things. He talked about fixing the basics. Fixing the basics, that we need to get the water running well, we need to get electricity running well, and that how come doomsaw is happening? Why are the institutions not working? Richard Della Sky, this guy was in Ghana 2012, 2013, 14, 15, very vocal on City, criticizing those times. Today he says he's learning law, so today he says resources at resources. We say, hey, what's Queen Elizabeth? The resources we have, and I'm saying, hey, Della, Richard Della, and he was trying to talk about alternative measures, why the institutions have to work. But there was one thing this guy refused to do. He refused to blame the captain. And that is a message that now we are playing around. That is the strategy the media is using now. Every single media journalists, majority of them, I'm not saying all of them, majority of them, now when they speak, they are all like, oh, why is the system not working? But they have refused, they have deliberately decided not to blame the captain of the ship. Who is the captain of the ship? The captain of the damn ship is Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. So why is Richard Della Sky thinking that today the captain is not supposed to be blamed? Because in 2016, and if anybody has the right to speak on doomsaw, I have the right. Because I was the first person, my media company was the first media company to enter Car Power, the ship at Tema. Yes. My media house, my media company, and my team, we were the first to enter Car Power, that ship that was sitting at Tema. In fact, that documentary I did, go to Nat Geo is there, go to Al Jazeera is there. I talked about Dumso. That was even late 2016. It was almost solved. This was late 2016. That was like November. And I did that documentary, and that documentary was actually sponsored by the Bill Gates Foundation. And I was the only person that said, go in there and do the job. So I went in there, I saw what was happening, and I spoke against it. Even though I was a Ghanaian, I thought we were all supposed to talk about it. And at the end of the documentary, I made the world understand that Dumso, when it started in 2015, has really affected some people. And in 2016, it's picking up. The government has put things in place that they are solving the problem. And you can go out there. The archives are there. I can send you, go to Al Jazeera. In fact, go on the website and look for the African Energy Project. I did it with my team. Now, the problem is, in 2014, 15, 16, we blamed John Dramani Mahama, even though he was not the EC boss. You blame Mahama every single day. And don't go Kumasia. A man for Namo say, a man for Biane say, a shomubotom, a shomuhu, na sani edibuai. Is that how we build a nation? We deliberately victimize people. And then me can say doom sonny team ubu say mikroma santi for mikroma kan for mikrom eastern region for yes achim for obi abeka say doom son see a system no ECG the same thing Richard Delasky and it also law Gabia sponsored money law UK inti he can come and tell us sense on in the nim how system doesn't work on in the nim say this system doesn't work. So by 2015 this same hypocrite called Richard Delasky was sitting on radio blaming the president, John Mahama, whilst this guy who says he's so learned today knew that the president wasn't the ECE boss. While this Richard Delasky, this political insect, acting like a politician, he knew that John Dramani Mahama is not a boss of Greco. He knew that John Mahama was not the boss of ECG. But these people had an agenda. This guy was working for Gabi. He did everything possible to let the whole thing look like John Mahama and Eddie Dumusaba into me and blame president. No? So what is happening? I didn't think that ended here. We are sitting here talking about, let us blame the system. Which system are you talking about? And who is at the top of the system? The person who is taking the executive decisions, he is the system. If he fails, if he's arrogant, if he's corrupt, the system will not work. So you, Dela, in your bunk in the UK, it's a 2x4 room in our channel, thinking you are making sense. I want to tell you, if you want to make sense. And you know how to make sense by blaming the captain of the ship, by blaming the president of the republic. Why is everybody moving away from blaming the Kufuor from the Dumso happening? Dumso, it is actually active. We have Dumso, clear Dumso. We are giving it different names, intermittent power cut. At the end of the day, and when we go into the social media segment, you will know why I want to tell you, say, Dumso is inevitable, and this president knows. So I would like to tell Richard Delasky and his colleagues now, they have spread them around the world to do the propaganda for this government to say it will not wash. Today, the ordinary Ghanaian is not stupid again. We know who to blame and we know where to take our case to. The president of the republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, John Dramani Mahama left him with so much power. In fact, before Mahama left power, he solved Dumso. And it's a fact. And no person, no media person, no politician can change that narrative. It is a fact. And when something is a fact, it's a fact. The issue is your darling boy Akufo-Addo is here today. He doesn't know what to do. He has blown everything up. Today, you are back to do so and you are blaming who? The system. The system is not supposed to be blamed. The system is not supposed to be blamed. The leader of the system is supposed to be blamed. So why is everybody running away from blaming the Akufo-Addo? Now you want to blame the system. What can the ECG do when the president, at the end of the day, tried their merry deal and messed it up? What can ECG do? What can Greco do when the president and his cohort, the whole government has refused to pay the IPPs? Who is supposed to be blamed? You people sit in UK in people's bunks and small containers, and you think you are the wisest people in Ghana, and that everything that you throw, because you're Jimmy. Ghana for the Jimmy set the narrative for them. We are not going to allow you people to set any stupid narrative for us. We will make the decision ourselves. That intermittent power outage, that kind of nonsense speak, or statement, you people should scrap it. It is doomso ba mwekufuado no. And sometimes I tell myself, say, sometimes I think God works in mysterious ways. If John Mahama had won this election, I swear to God, and kebenyina ahemfu krom haka say, John Mahama didn't do so by and then the mwanga sabuna na taroneto and ordinam mwanga sabekufuado no. So Richard, the last guy, no matter what you do, the degree you get, the law you get, you are still an ever. Masa, obetuma bo degree we are saying na akọ any achimfona benante oya wuneni. Later, you're back so Togoni. So you, whatever you do, thinking you have learned book, you are there, you are learning law, massa. And that is the people you are worshiping. So if you say you are a journalist, you are even learning law, then you should apply common sense. Because what we did the last time hasn't changed. Somebody left this amount of power. You could not sit on your Facebook to say that you, the person they left this property for, you have mishandled the property and you are useless. You are sitting there blaming system. Who doesn't know the system had a problem from day one? We knew. But in 2014-15, you sat on radio, you the last guy, and you attacked John Mahama, saying that he is the problem. John Mahama or your chin, Ekufuado or Peteba, into a different, assembly by young kind of different ways. My friend, I say some car, say it, me see with me. I will never sit on my platform and condone nonsense. That nonsense you should stop. Mikrom for amwo Kumase, Ashanti region is still say Ejuma say so many things are going bad. Obia di shamoto and obia di me say. Edua de bo techino, say dua no yamfa go she bebe de behye mpaase, ba so ba de bebo no, and say dua na de bo ba no. Intimate nobody should come and give us some different narratives and say the system. It's the system my fault, my friend. I respect you, but don't go that. If you move that terrain, we will all move that terrain. Allow the people to speak on their issues. The system is not working. You didn't know in 2015, 2014 the system wasn't working. You didn't know that there were some people who work at Gridco and some people who work at ECG. You thought to say just attack John Mahama, and achieve for your family come and do the dirty job. Today you are here blaming the system. Shut your beak. Just live on that small penny Gabby is sending you to go to law school, and at least make sure when you want to speak on national issues, be honest, speak on the issues, because if you don't, if you come 1,000 times, I'll come 1,000 times. I'm telling you. So over 50 times, I will come 50 times. I don't care. I don't fear you. And the country we are building is not for any one person to build. It's all of us to build. It is why you say, if you are going to be here today, that'll be any jaika, they shall bomb criminal law. No? Because you law, be Ghana, any other thing. Togo Kromun to me in case, my friend. All right, let's move forward. This is another one that I want us to discuss. Architect of National Cathedral, Sir David Ajay, openly declares gay ties. Gay, on the desire or you gay, still a basic cathedral, no? Christo for most of the end. Or you gay into Yanko Cathedral, you basic cathedral, no? I say, me say, I architects now, or no architects over this year on the Bay African Museum, beautiful museum, man. Aquaway. I made my tickets so gay, but I'm in Pesame can was a man can. I Matis on Ranka so gay. But that or the Saka, Yamiche Chema Hall, or in the desire. It's more Christopher Morgan, Musumukum, Yabekum. I or a supporting gate to Yanko Cathedral, hey, won't call Cathedral. Yabeti Batado. Mubeko cathedral no duli yen na bekom gay namo asomfo na bote Ghana na mo say akwa we support gays nti ye LGBT nti ye mano cathedral ne nkom no wo phone na use nipa na phone ye ne dia no ono gay omo mo iPhone eguta no gay for the ye iPhone no mo si mo nyoma mo use no Ghana the gay for dia and then obi o sum cathedral ma mo no or ye gay nti mo bekom a force Prince what's his name David AJ build the cathedral. See I see I for cathedral mo yekum yebekom. Master, what you must sign contract? If they dare touch the contract, take them up here and take all your money. David AJ, I what's about to get? Thank you. But cathedral de yebekom I cathedral de yebekom mumpo yebeko cathedral. Some will say and see cathedral. I feel you say the design no or you gay nti ye nye hwe aha obey you gay Christian Council shut up. Yabeko Cathedral David J. Me, I hear for somewhere for Yankee here. Some people say you be gay, but any crowd they shouldn't hear me. Whether you are gay or not, you are a human being. That's the most important thing. So if you are supporting LGBT, Masa, it's your own opinion and it's something that you stand by. But contract not gonna for Sunday, no Masa you. I'm careless. No because some Mausi Cathedral now. Bring them. We will take the this thing, a breach of contract. I gay no. Duncan Williams ubekum, Christian Council ubekum. Doug Hayward Mills ubekum, Ajinasari ubekum, Reverend Matebi ebedo na unyam widia ubekum, Mia Kasame Tele, Animals Kingdom, Tarzan, Otabel, also ubekum, everybody will go there, by force to force, ya wasanteni abre, want to rap ya chrow, after the Amusi David J. support LGBT, yen si Cathedral. Nana, si Cathedral and yanko enim, Abobia Kakinkon. All right, the next one is this. So 800 bed capacity KNUST teaching hospital project abandoned for 14 years. Maybe this is the one of the changes the president talked about. Ekufuado talked about a lot of health infrastructures. Hey, Ekufuado the end of the day. Okansamo, but we will come to all these things. I will show you. There's an announcement I want to make for us to move forward. You know, sometimes, you know, may be a very important we have to discuss and we need to help one another. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I don't know this lady. I saw this on Facebook and I think we all have to help. She doesn't even know I'm doing this. The family doesn't know. When you read, she's a trained teacher and she's got some condition, some sickness, her hip, and that when they interviewed her, what touched my heart was she was saying that she doesn't even know if the students now or trauma whether they will pass their maths or not. Even though Oyarina, she's struggling to survive, you know, as a teacher, she's still thinking about how her students are going to pass. And these are the kind of things that we need to be speaking about, because if the government cannot help with these things, she's a professional teacher. Can they do anything to help? Today, she has to be on the street to beg for money to be able to go through an operation. So I saw this and I thought, sir, it will be very important that we all help. I don't know what you have. I'll do my part. But if you're a Ghanaian and you are watching me today and you see this, she's a very young, beautiful lady. Her condition is a rare condition. And the doctors are saying that if she's able to raise some amount of money, I think it was I think 4,500 euros. And I know there are some MPs here in Ghana, almost to me 4,000 euros. And this looking for that hotel, Brandy Champo Hotel, order one nighter. You say 30,000 Ghana a night. 3 nights, no? Yes, Inti, please let us all help. It might not. Maybe at the oil school, no, it might not directly affect you, but in the future, you don't know. Maybe at the knowledge you pass on to a kid there, no, that kid will grow up to come help you or your family. So I don't know her. I'll do my part to support. I think there is a Momo number attached to her post. It is a 024 5509036. 024 5509036. If the Ghost team can cut this piece after the show and at least spread it on WhatsApp for the world and Ghana, the whole Ghana to see, I'll be very happy, because we need to help a sister. So she's just appealing for support. If you have 1 city, 10 cities, 20 cities, 100 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana, 2 Ghana, anything you want to help with, just please send it to this Momo and help this lady. She's hurting, but she's still even talking about her students, how she's worried whether they can pass the exams or not. This is what we need. These are people who think about the country. These are people who think about the job they do, and not an ordinary person, a teacher. So if you're watching me right now, please, if you can donate right now, send somebody. 1 city is enough. 2 cities, 5 cities. If you have enough, you can send 100 cities, 500 cities. When you send it, you and your God, don't go out there and go and broadcast. I send 1 city here and I send here 50 Ghana. God will not bless you. Do it secretly. Don't tell anybody. Even if somebody is sitting by you, try and ignore the person when you are sending this. Just let it be between you and your God. And whatever God wants you to do for this lady, just do it. I will do my part. So if you're also a Ghanaian who thinks about your fellow Ghanaian, please help. I think somebody's asking what's the Momo name. It's Obeying Efriye Portia or Be Free. I think that's the name beneath it. If I can enlarge it for a minute, yes. The number is 024-550-9036. And the name is Obin Efriye Portia. Obin Efriye Portia. Please, if you're watching me right now, please, I'm pleading with you. Just do this for me. I am pleading with you. Just do this for me. And let's save a sister. Let's try and save a sister. 4,500 euros is no money. When we come together, with the little we have, we can save a soul. Please, let's do this for this lady. Thank you very much for watching this. All right, there's a reminder here. Let's move forward. This is what Akufo-Addo said in 2011. The State of the Nation address by President Mills is full of talk and demonstrates no agenda for the economic development of Ghana. I would like to ask you, and the president, Nisona, what does it demonstrate? It demonstrates a hollow agenda. Today's State of the Nation, it's a State of the Nation where the president was still promising. And I call it the being, because everything, it looks like a State of the Nation which was in the pipeline. Every single thing is in the pipeline. Oh, I call it the ongoing State of the Nation. Oh, we are building 300 hospitals and the rest are ongoing. And then, we have planned to do this ongoing. So the ongoing SONA today, that is how I'll call it. But remember, this is karma. Uncle Ibeifua. The State of the Nation address by President Mills is full of talk and demonstrates no agenda for the economic development of Ghana. Akufo-Addo State of the Nation today, what does it demonstrate? You see, if you write the same statement today, you will have people in Ghana say you don't respect. Yes, you will get people who will turn around and say, you don't respect. Why are you using such words? Saying that no agenda, you don't respect Akufo-Addo. And now they be American, I'm saying Ghana for your hypocrisy, But that is our job. That is our job, and we will scrutinize. And then there will be a Akufo-Addo has them. I didn't tell we need Mrs. say Akufo-Addo we need. No, Shana na kuma bena. Onko akate. Eho oko class. It mima on tumanu wifra. Eho de wetima class. Now the moment I want that sika and answer 2 minutes to be president there, we all have the right to criticize positively or negatively. So if you don't have that thick skin to take that, then I don't think you have to be president. Let's move forward. So I call this SONA the ongoing SONA. If you go read the script again, you will see about 2 million ongoing statements there. Oh, and this one, we are doing it. It is ongoing. And your boy, it is ongoing. See, I can say ongoing. Ongoing. Okay. Let's move forward. We're still doing reminders. This is another reminder. Oh, sorry. This is another reminder. Over 600 million oil cash unaccounted for in 2017-2018. Do you remember the story? Till date, Obianka Nwasem, over 600 million Ghana cedis. Yebusa oforiata mo. Yebusa omunyina finance minister obia enka Nwasem. Yetihau, we are in March. We are ongoing. In SONA. Ego for the State of the Nation. Ongoing. We are in the ongoing country. Nobody is asking for this. I'm asking you, what do you say where you are brochura? Like this will go like that? It's a simple thing. Today I heard Piers Morgan resigned. Me say, I broach there, without due respect, I'm out for people of integrity in your move. We didn't kwasiasem, why fast to resign to protect himself, protect his family. Or Mankasa Piers Morgan who say we didn't kwasiasem. Ain't what does he have to do? Honorably, he stepped away. By Yanko Fwedie, watching the Kurane Kutano, ya Charles Bisu, excavator Kutano or Tom Echo Wusi, yes, no lie. IGP so auction. This is the kind of country people live in. It's a country full of dishonorable people. A country full of old men and women who lie. They lie through their teeth. Omu chantro na ntro ehun so. Omu tumi chantro na intro abo pampers no okoda. Because in penifo no mo krom na enche ombewu no. Omu chantro cha enkwara na ebeche anso no mowu no. In penifo no by heart. I'm going to state this again. In Penifona Omo Ghana na enche no mubewu no, they lie more than the kids who have a lot of years to even learn from their mistakes. 600 million oil cash ever since the 2021. They started in 2017-18. They are short in 2019. They are soon by 2020. Obianka Hoshe yetia. The money is gone. Ewa here. Ewa foriata ho. Oforiata su. Intesi abere nesa kesika. Nobody's asking questions. The moment you start to ask questions, the first answer will be you don't respect. The first answer is you don't respect. It's either this government is unaware of something or the government says that we are ongoing. This is so complicated to the point you don't even know what to do. Imagine, let's flip the coin. This money was lost under John Dramani Mahama's government. Mahama and Net Suna Sika we yewa. And Kebuka Salala ila. Pepe for la baby we siko. A grow for Muain. Pepe for la ba. John Mahama and Pepe for la baby 600 million. Obianka. Was a peace council jinaha. Now grow jinaha. Now Christian council jinaha. Muslim council jinaha. Now him fubisu ebo touchline. No more defense ni occupy Ghana. Now goalkeepers need them. Let my vote count. Let get no money. Almost rap for this why ma. In some munukwa and they busasi esika when Obianka before election. I did a scandal 10 billion. 52 billion Ghana cedis. Yet $10 billion. Obianka Hushi. They are journalists walking in and out of this country, parading themselves that they are intelligent, they are smart, they have the country at heart. Nobody is chasing that again. Ken Oforiatta entered Ghana Commercial Bank, took 52 billion. We don't know where that money is. We don't know. And when you raise these issues up, they will tell you that you don't respect. So where is the 52 billion? Before the elections, it means that money it is gone. And then John Mahama is not a problem. This is ridiculous. Like sometimes we baby. I just say, I just say, with all due respect, it hurts. Like 52 billion Ghana cedis before election. Auditor General came out to say it's true. That money is not there. So where is the money? And we are moving in 2021. I'm a president about a speech. And nobody sees the reason why we have to talk about such things. This is money. And it is money it passed through the hand of humans. And they have been stated, those humans have been stated in the audit report. So where is the 52 billion? Yep, about 2020, you're 31st December, sorry them, Skendiabo, God show us a way. God bless us. We pray for knowledge. We pray for wisdom. God, let your word take over. Nyanko po hyo mu de mujimi no. Esa nyanko point so mujimi no. Mujimi na e wo so na mo mfensu enyanse bia no. That is what God says every 31st night. Because we know our problem. Our problem is to speak up, make sure officials who are corrupt are jailed. They are prosecuted and jailed. We are sitting here. We will do the same foolishness for another 4 years. And 31st night we will go, God, give us wisdom. What kind of wisdom do you need when 52 billion is missing and we have the right to ask questions and nobody's asking questions? And I'm saying that this money, yanka say JM time na ira I can then ka himfu bi Ghana ha, enya himfu korankora wo, ahimfu mpenifo, omo kasa nke wo kasem. Ahimfu mi ni ba kumpom frim. But today everybody is quiet. Ex-President Kufoti Kromha and Obi Ambassador also gone out if you nobody cares. You are a hypocrite. So Obrani ebo ko enima say ebo abechi ene ne ne yete abroche no ye kasa na bubu ofu e na omuti America omuti UK e na omuti Michael ye di matam o ye pese musue nyansa na mubusa questions na aban de also ye mamo no ye mamo se ne ya woto a pese ko Dubai nya ntwe e na kekere ye Dubai omo busa questions omo make sure so this guy chutum mo am sorry seleko mo ko shaboto o UK e ko Europe ko shaboto no mo ko holidays so abroche enye ntwe na kekere ye e nipa omo sika bia ko bia omo ni die kire omo busa obokro no e chi utum na mote afuo nim na ye ka no kracha na mo bu afu adentra Kevin no atia ye na wo ma no tia wa kapre wo kapre wo ma no tia wa de papa be pa na wa ya aboa wo aboa man na aboa se krono ne ketase hye ye beto ase onya hwe fa so bia ni wo so we are useless. You are useless. Thank you very much. Who is this? Doreen. You are just useless. I have this code, so I'm sorry this happened. You are just useless because you kind of creno and a church and you say, you know what? This is what is supposed to be done. You don't do it. You sit there and then you come out someday, you come with Nimni Amusa when you're the right now. You get pissed off and you are saying, say, you muadie, nipani bumu, your chum say nipani bumu. Now, no 2012, 13, 14, one no den, I don't know, will be unwinding. I don't know today, everybody is quiet. And I go out there, President Inti. Enti eno na na hye ne ye ne bi say no ye yamwa wo ye nipa e hye before dey better TV so ye better radio so ne ye Kenya nsasam kyerɛw e de nyansasam ne ye de be fidi mu owu because monya madwene se sebi ododo no mo de madwene be fie asakra hu se ye ejimi ye ho dodo ye ma ye ninda ho irrespective of who is president. And no na aboy say Johnson abo akoko no and e de Ghana and a hypocrisy and a sebio Jimmy Nkitinkiti o kan kese kura na eden Jimmy Nkitinkiti tare ho Jimmy Nkitinkiti ni obi amu say yabodi nua tuo Techiman South o yan PP ni nti emfa no ho Jimmy Nkitinkiti saa de tumufo amonte Jimmy adokoro ade be kyenye bo no so tuo ni ekunu okokan na ebufu aba ade na wo ka Techiman South nipa ekuo mo na nipa ekuo mo ntua taxes. We will come to that issue. Let's move forward. The next one is this. Ghana's president extends the contract of National Identification Authority Board's Professor Atifua despite hitting his retirement age. Here's why. Now, I don't even want to read the story. And I saw this and I thought we should talk about it. Dumelivo issue, no? You see, the president is a dishonorable, is a dishonest person. Ekufo-Addo Nipebia, he's very dishonest, and it is sometimes it's so difficult for you to use words to defend him. Yes, because you see, sir, oya Ghana ni ende na se Dumelivo a ye free office no en hawa na se Ekufo-Addo enye despicable person mawa. Then I don't know how you think, because I will say ende kwa na wo a obeti ase say Ekufo-Addo pamu Dumelivo because krono na ekọ na abemu Atifua so wapa na yi ho na retirement age ho Ekufo-Addo so onye adwuma o se Ekufo-Addo pa omunyom ni trimi nkokran atachia Ekufo-Addo gabe omunyom ni trimi enso Ekufo-Addo so onko so nya adwuma Dumelivo na ono aba na nka obes wait Atifua adwuma be na oye na adwuma obia betuma aye obia. Not anyone can be an auditor general. Do you know that? Even the deputy, no, Dumelivo deputy, no, the work Dumelivo did, it will take him some years to be able to catch up. Do you know that? Now, yes, Obiakwe NIK, they are extending the retirement age. Now, auditor general now, or what experience? Why you Jumano? President said I will come the birth certificate 1 year, we will change BBNT on coffee because Dumelivo was coming to ask about the COVID-19 money. Uncle Bebusa. Anka our cyber back have a fight for 1 million Kroll and Associates. Last me document wa menemote amudi matemia. Wa oti Kumase, oti Sefi, wa oti Obuase, oti udi matem no. Obi ti Ghana nya $739 an hour, $800 an hour. Test system minutes biano. 1 hour biano obi ti Ghana una wutua nsasika no. Na ya bane ya beka no krachiro na sebio Jimmy Nkitinkiti no, Jimmy Nkitinkiti no munyi mfiri mu kasem, muntwi mfiri makumem, na ye nyina yenhwe na yenko enim no. Monti ase. You see where my problem is? And the way there ya extending so odjuma, Dumelivo there, ya mani nkofie. You see the level of dishonesty Ekufo-Addo Osafu Mafu. Like there yes nipa women now, they want respect from the young ones. And then when you go on social media, you see a lot of young people angry. They are using words they are not supposed to use because the people who are leading us are dishonorable people. They are dishonest people. When you disrespect people for a very long time, a good point to be they have to retaliate. They have to speak to you in a way that you understand. Say they are frustrated, and that is what is happening. And then I'm not say people don't respect this person's on Facebook. No, it is the frustration. Sebio, the seed is a daylight robbery. You are stealing, you are evading a lot of things, and that there will be idiots to sit in the UK, sit in China, sit in the US, sit everywhere and keep quiet. Because they are thinking like animals. Now, because you see, you take one kasa you bonnie. And what we are seeing and what we have been seeing and what we are witnessing now for the past 4 years, you could see, say, Ekufo-Addo is the epitome of corruption. Corruption would tell Captain Opele Ekufo-Addo, because anytime anyone wants to fight corruption, he finds way to get rid of the person. It is not just Dumelivo. We can talk about a special prosecutor. We can talk about so many people who shown interest in fighting corruption. But this president, this man, has always said to his wife and to his cabinet, say, he will never allow anybody to expose his serpent attitude and gestures. The snake and sons, or the Finkwara, the president is corrupt. He is the senior mother serpent. Onufu Onufu, snake and sons. Just say, baby, obenambia 52 billion, obianka wasem. 600 million obi anka ho asem. And the way you do melivo but atefo da ho adwuma atefo sebio ne bembe mu no anase ne bema no eye miensa ena ne bema na so boss 9 egum. You see, when you speak about these things, somebody sits somewhere else and they start to speak anyhow. But we are not lying about whatever we are talking about here. These are the facts, and you cannot bury facts. Facts are facts. Imagine, say, John Mahama na yes, way, Anke Kroni Babo. You been a senior, so-called senior journalist. Me, I don't know any senior journalist in Ghana. In fact, I know intelligent journalists in Ghana, yes, but I don't consider anybody a senior journalist because the job is very dynamic. Sometimes you don't even need to go to school to be a journalist. You just have to be honest and speak the truth and report what is the factual stuff. Yes. So in my life, I don't consider anybody a senior journalist. I consider some people as smart journalists, intelligent journalists who have experience. Somebody might have stayed in journalism for 25 years. Somebody might have stayed in for 2 years, but they are doing better stuff than those people. So don't let people convince you this is a senior journalist. Even some of them, you call them senior journalists. Kwekubaku is not a journalist. He doesn't have any educational background to prove that he's a journalist. Senior journalist. So nobody should sit and ask themselves, look at somebody like Kwesi Pratt. He has all the qualifications to be a journalist. He can prove it. He speaks and there's a lot of sense in this. That is what we want, irrespective of who is in front of him. He doesn't only speak like a robot. We know people have their political affiliations, but sometimes when the issues are clear, you have to set the record straight. And somebody like Kwekubaku has become a zombie. He has become an impotent zombie who sits on radio and it's all like, Kwekubaku will do that because basically he has nothing to do. He doesn't know the job. He's just there to lick the butt of the president. And this is the kind of things I don't want to condone. This is the kind of things I don't want to support. I only support people who are honest. We are all not Jesus Christ. We have our faults, but don't force yourself to be the devil. And Kwekubaku is basically forcing himself to be the devil because he has always supported criminality. As we speak today, can he come out and defend the 52 billion? Can he come out and defend this Japan nonsense? Can he come out and defend PDS? Yes, because that is what he believes in. He has hatred for the right things. He has hatred for individuals, forgetting that his daughter, his family, when he dies today, I heard that his mom is dead. I'm sorry. My condolence. From our team, from everybody, our condolence. Sorry, sir. But the facts are supposed to be said that you have not lived to expectations and you have, in fact, created more embarrassing moments for yourself in your career than anything else. I'll come to your issue. I know I heard your mom or dad is dead, so I'll leave you here. But tomorrow, we'll continue this conversation. All right. The next one is this. Now we go straight to the COVID-19 issues. And schools record 381 COVID-19 active cases. Schools. And then when you read the story, it says this. The Ghana Health Service says as of March 7, 2021, schools had recorded 381 active cases out of 1,709 cumulative case counts in schools. So far, 281 schools out of about 6,000 had recorded cases of COVID-19 since schools reopened in January this year. So it is looking more and more like the numbers are going up. Numbers in the Kosro. We need to be proactive in making sure, because Matisse schools nearby BBA, I had not or they postponed to the 11th, something, they are definitely are going to go to school. Now, all these numbers we are seeing are kids who are already in school. Now, what measures have we put in place to make sure, say, the numbers will not escalate? It will not go high to the point where we cannot stop it. The vaccine is in the system, but you have to understand that not everybody is going to get a vaccine. So, as the kids are about to go to school, in Korabeko school, a dear and Shishena are buying their tutua, or making sure, say, Akorebia Obeko school, now buying to me, Jane, say 99%, Akorebia will not get COVID. Fine, don't be a nipa bakumi betumenjebi, but can the government promise Ghanaians say you better assure say 99% of these kids, they will not get COVID. These are the kind of assurances we need. And that if we are going to still do politics with this kind of Webeko school there, Wenko school there, free SHS, then we are going to end up losing the young generation we have been spending so much money on. So it is up to the Ministry of Education to come out and give us clear guidelines on how they are going to protect these kids also about to go to school. Because you have to understand, say, what pandiano, but what pandiano, do no munya pandeni be one doso. The pandeni one is less than 5% of the population. It was here tells us Yariano, it is not gone. We have not kept it. It is still there. Into GES, any Ministry of Education should come out with clear plans to tell us in Korano Muko School, what are they going to do? Because we know there are issues with overcrowding in schools. Baby and Korano Bedano, Omaba Pepe. So you know, say COVID today is all about how many people are in the room, in a confined area. So these are things that they need to let us understand. Say, we have made provisions for these things, because if they stay at home, they don't get COVID, and they go back to school to get COVID, it's a waste of everybody's time and resources, and we will have to go find money somewhere and deal with this. So they need to let us know clear. The Minister of Education needs to come out, give us clear guidelines, what is really going to happen, the procedures and possible ideas they put together, measures. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Possible measures they have actually put in place to make sure, say, majority of these kids, don't contract the COVID-19 virus. So we are waiting for the Education Minister to also come out and also speak on this. There's an announcement. Don't buy COVID-19 vaccines online, FDA. I thought, when I was talking to the Ghost team, I told them this is a very important one we need to discuss. In fact, in South Africa, and when you read a story, this is what the story actually says. The Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, has asked the public not to patronize products offered online, supposedly being advertised as COVID-19 vaccines. The FDA issued the alert in a statement released on Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. According to the FDA, the alert has become necessary as a result of reports of the seizure of fake COVID-19 vaccines in South Africa. So there have been reports of fake COVID-19 vaccines in South Africa. So I think the FDA is being very proactive here, and I really respect this proactiveness from the FDA. More people are vulnerable, especially online. People sell things to people, they package it nicely, they say a lot of things about the vaccines. But FDA catcher Ghana for said nobody should purchase any COVID-19 vaccine online. It is fake. You should never do that. And if you're Ghanaian watching me, whether in Ghana or outside Ghana, never do that. In South Africa, it is happening. So what the FDA is telling Ghanaians now, they say, if we're Ghanaian, never buy any vaccine online. I say for COVID-19, it is fake. It can kill you, and we all have to help and make this news available to every single individual. We know our young youth; they are online every time. They are trying to look for things online, surfing and all that. It is important we educate the public for them to understand. Say, vaccine. No, you're turn online. If anybody is thinking of buying the vaccine online, tell the person it is poison. The FDA has released a statement, and we should all support the FDA. I really applaud the FDA for being proactive, because I know majority of our people are very vulnerable when it comes to accessing information and also knowing what to do online. In the FDA, FDA say enter COVID-19 vaccine online. It is poison. It will kill you. The only COVID-19 vaccine I also the one at Ghana Ghana Health Service, or the Ghana Medical Association, and I said the Ministry of Health in Ghana. I said cost center binekowo. The vaccine is in Ghana. Cost center nekowo near mau card. Chesawa wo pandian. Men talk vaccine bia online to use. It is very, very important as Ghanaians. Let's spread the message. Let's talk to each other. Let us make sure, say, we protect each other. We save each other's lives. The Chinese are out there. Some people are dangerous. They are there to make money irrespective of whatever consequences that comes after it. So please, let's help each other by sending this message across. Now, the next one I'm seeing here, app to be developed to aid COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Underground. My producers are sending me something. It's quite funny. Now, you're about to develop an app locally to aid COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Into vaccine you're about to develop an app. The app no, and then a bit moment kind story. Now this is what the story says. The government plans to roll out an app to aid Ghana's vaccine rollout. The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaji, said the app was being sourced locally. Yes, for abo. Now, and I quote, he says, "We are currently going to adopt a locally developed app which will allow us to be able to schedule and do registration before you go and vaccinate. You can book appointments. That's the end of the quote. He said at a press conference on Monday. He added that, and I quote, "It will generate your COVID-19 passport for you." So we know all. So we know all see those. Oh, I think there was a typo there. So okay, so the idea is simple. City, I think your editors, they have to up their game, right? Maybe I'm not getting it right, but there was a typo there. Now, but we have an idea of the story. App to be developed to aid COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Yenti kroma. Na yenti kroma na man we can asem we.
So the launch of this COVID-19 tracker app today is yet another important step by the government to leapfrog technology in finding solutions to the havoc the COVID-19 pandemic is wreaking around the world. We are trying to use digitization to help us in this fight.
So, were we all know in this country when Baumia told us, say, we have an app which is basically to do contact tracing. Minuti sa app ni anka wansa mu wie o. O panane ne nkofo so omo sa akoya be app for Ghana. MSA de be tracy COVID-19, you register on the app. Now your problem as a country anything. Why do we rush through things? Why do we lie like this? Madam Rametu's husband, why do we lie? Like the MBN say, we can't run, no, we can't run. Now, the youth, no, we are defending the lies. The simplest question we need to be asking before they even come out with this. You see, the reason why they don't care, the reason why they are not scared to come out with these things, let's say, they have done it over and over and over, and we the people, we have protected them and defended their crime and their irresponsibility and their incompetence for a long time. Into they don't see it. And they say akora what the bonia where we are there one country or we are there. It is getting to that point whereby we have lied to the point the app by just for social contact tracers, just to track people who had COVID-19 or so Miko Kumase na metemi antibinchen. Yeah, the app by yeah so bia yeah fanfare yeah boja yeah chisoroku. The bro for kind of saying we had a fanfare soroku bro from Refi mon kai me na mon kan kire me a jamboree. Ye Soroku, we had a jamboree. Bukom Banku beto kakra 10 minutes or the 30,000 koye. Chatawale beto 10 minutes or the 40,000 koye. Kwambi yuji bebu ni pa. Obia bebu buomo pa eji yomu dia koye. Ya saba adia chen. Ya sadi another app ba. Ye de ba be ye na ya. Ye be wo pande enti ye be app. E krum ben kran. E dia pa de fanya Ghana for. But the issue is we are not asking questions. The issue is we be a radio. Na say ende ukobusa sa asem ya. The first thing on beka say hey. The first thing. The first thing they will tell you in Ghana. So Ubusa say, na first app na, you say, they track it COVID-19, no contact tracers app no way. The first thing na Ubenya Ghana ni young man. Ebe catch on say, you don't respect. Why are you asking this question? Enti ana ayeding. So obi buya kwasia, you who say nipa ni buya kwasia na. Me, it's a simple thing I'm asking. Because who in their right senses should believe this government? Because first one by we don't even know, we can't even account for it. The Asla Owusu, the communication minister, Oboda Ebeye statement, Baumia statement, Emma ye fanfare. Or no Asla Owusu, she doesn't even care about this app again. And the SRTI say, yes, the app for rubber, where the engine were bruching, back on the engine were bruching. The air bruching cry you see, not the Eben or Ghana. Me say, app no, the association of bruching cramp on the one, not the Eben or Ghana. And they say, Ukwap Pemba. The air no bruching crano, ye one or Ira, Asik. na de yesi eba be so no Ghana car na yehye na brochi na de ba ile kwa entuma fa potholes nim na de ye be so no Ghana and then say sika na hye I ashe it's quite frustrating when you see these kind of things. All right, let's move forward. We have lots and lots of things to talk about today. This is also another thing that I saw. The Director General, it was reported by Joy News, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service has revealed that as of March 8th, a total of 1,260 people out of 185,406 passengers who arrived at the Kotoka International Airport tested positive for COVID-19. KIA records, so that's the caption down there. Now, my question to this is, I thought there was a rule. We were actually, the government actually came out with some guidelines, and they were actually from the president, say, before you move from your country to Ghana, no, you need to have tested for COVID-19. Now, it should be 3 days, and sana way too. So how come, say, we had about 1,260 people coming to Kotoka, and then at Kotoka, we witnessed and say they did not test and that they were positive. Like, it's weird. I don't understand. Does it mean, say, because we were told by the government, say, they had a collaboration or an agreement with every single airline that was bringing people into Ghana, that if an individual embarks on an airline, disembarks from an airline, let's say who say or COVID-19, that airline will be held responsible and they will have to pay a penalty. I remember very well that the government said the government of Ghana has some way. It is a nipa 1,260. It's my Ghana no mean COVID and you know Kotoka. Then they need to let us know which airlines brought these people, and the sanctions must be applied. Because if say you told me we need 1,006 abema, then the probability say another 1,006 went through the cracks without us knowing, it is possible. Yes, because if 1,260 to me a room, abra ya buy say on the airline be Orlando Kotoka International Airport Road, I have an agreement that if you bring a single a passenger who has COVID-19, it means the airline will have to be punished or penalized. Now we have 1,260 people. We noticed, say, they came to Kotoka, they had COVID. It means, say, we need to know these airlines that brought these people, and if they have to be sanctioned, they have to be sanctioned. If we have to make sure, say, we made them pay some penalties, severe ones, they have to pay. Because if you bring in 1,260 and 3 people or just a person enters, that person can infect about 60,000 Ghanaians with COVID. The same way COVID time started a customer, the president enko Norway, man in Sweden, and another Danko Kufuado echo Sweden cover COVID by, and we all know this is not a lie. Why did they COVID by Ghana? Let's ask each other. When was the first time we recorded COVID in Ghana? Or make an example where I don't be baby or do attempt. Why did COVID by Ghana first? When did we record the first COVID case in Ghana? It is when the president went to Norway, Sweden, and Denmark or whatever. He came back with that same ambassador or that that person from that embassy. They went and they came, and when they came, that guy had tested positive. He was on the president's flight. They traveled together. They came together. The president had about 22 people with him. So who brought COVID here? It is Akufo-Addo brought COVID to Ghana. This is not debate. You cannot debate this. You can try and make it look nice, but the simplest question is when was the first time? Let me know the first time we actually recorded COVID in Ghana. It was when Akufo-Addo came from Norway. It is it. And we all know, say, that ambassador who was with them was on Akufo-Addo's flight. He went to Norway with them. So nobody can sit in Ghana and say it wasn't the president. But that was just by the way. Now, if 1,260 people tested positive, then it means that another 1,260 people went through the cracks. Even as we speak, the company that was doing these tests cannot be trusted that they were doing tests that was, in fact, perfect. The company, as we speak, they don't even have any track record. We don't know the number of people who went through, the number of people who were even tested and the tests were not right. So somebody needs to speak to us. Somebody, you see, I keep saying, nobody takes responsibility for anything in this government. Especially in Ghana, nobody takes responsibility for anything. So as some way you see what brochura anka airport boss na airport worker say pamono kia pamono could say kurasi bi kurase onko ye onko sa na ho yare That airport boss be na almost airport workers for your demonstration. Me say a crow papa ye nipa ye honest people ye kind of cry. Anka sa akwa no anka etua no mokoma anka ya pam no mana kotene kura bi ase kura yina bodwe. But this is the situation. We are here. We will turn into politics. We will turn into politics and we will cover it. Adentra nipa na oya president no. Onye on na Richard Delasky was school UK inti or is so Delasky Richard Delasky and his group no they will have to criticize Mahama, but when it is a Kufuor's time, Delasky and his group who are being sponsored by Gabino, they don't speak. Richard Delasky, yeah. You see where we are today? We are people who don't speak truth. We are liars. In any serious country, this guy who had this whole thing, this testing, the airport management, everybody will be fired. Every single individual there will be fired. That guy who heads the airport, he needs to be fired. When I heard said they were demonstrating, and I want to tell these institutions in Ghana, my friend, there is a specific reason why you people demonstrate. Say, an institution, a government institution, and a union, when you come out to say you are demonstrating, that's a Ghana for ever support to demonstration now. Or somebody say before you come out to demonstrate, demonstration and what them. You demonstrate to let the world know, say, you are fed up with something and you need a change. Now, so I will demonstrate, and I'm talking to this airport workers union or whatever who demonstrated recently, and then turn around to tell us, say, the government said that they have sat with us behind closed doors. That is what I call comedy. Munye serious. You people are junkies. Munye ready say you want change at the airport. Because something is too much for you. You can't handle. It's something that you want to change. You want to change. That is why you demonstrate. That is why when people demonstrate, they don't demonstrate in their various offices or in their rooms. They step outside to show the world, to tell the authorities that we are fed up with this and we need a change. Now, if you step out to demonstrate, not 2 minutes, or say, government has sat in the room with us, so we meet them halfway. We are waiting after 2 weeks. If the government doesn't do anything, that is what I call comedy. That means the leadership now, already demonstration, they are corrupt. You cannot trust them. What at all will somebody tell you to go back to work for 2 weeks again to come and do the same thing? What is going to change within that 2 weeks? You don't want the leader. The leader should be kicked out. Why do you go back and tell Ghanaians and say, government at Tanasinti, 2 weeks time, we will demonstrate again? You are not serious. You are jokers at the airport. And I keep saying, say, we are the same. We are our own enemies. You demonstrate 1 day, 2 days, we have stopped, we are not going to work. Oh, the government called us. How many institutions in Ghana have the government met behind closed doors? Still, they have not been paid. Don't be childish. If you demand, you are demanding something, demand it. You don't postpone demand. You don't do that. The moment you postpone demand, Nipana will demand it from you don't really know what you want because you're demanding for something, it should be prompt. There's a specific reason you people don't want the guy who leads the airport. If he's not changed, you'll go back to work. You stand with that principle. But you don't come and do sugar reasons and say, go and share money and come say, oh, we are going for 2 weeks. Why are you going for 2 weeks? Has the problem changed? Has the problem been solved? Has the criminality stopped? It doesn't. So who are you trying to deceive here? That is why sometimes when you people, some of you go on demonstrations, because especially the leadership. The leadership is too political. But that is it for this one. All right, now look at this. Let's read the, okay. Now, TV3 reported this after the president's State of the Nation. And this is what they said. Negotiations with IPPs on substantial financial charges ongoing. Ekufuado. Now, let me show you something. Read a story. I want to say, Junkie Town. Now the story says President Nana has said that the National Energy Policy 2020 has been completed to improve the framework and strategies to meet contemporary energy needs of the country. He said the government has improved the financial sustainability of the energy sector. He said, and don't forget this statement, he said the government has improved the financial sustainability of the energy sector through several interventions, including paying up the energy legacy debt, Furthermore, he said during the delivery of his first State of the Nation address in his second term on Tuesday, March 9th, he said negotiations with independent power producers. Listen to this very well. He said negotiations with independent power producers, IPPs, the terms of whose contracts entail substantial financial charges on the state, are ongoing and should be completed by the end of the year. As we speak, this government owes the IPPs almost some $11 billion. Right? Now, the president came to speak grammar, and in his grammar, he said, the terms of whose contract entails substantial financial charges on the state are ongoing. Now, in fact, let me take it back a little. Furthermore, he said during the delivery of his first State of the Nation address in his second term on Tuesday, he said negotiations with independent. As we speak, this statement, the President President Kachebu say, Dumso is inevitable. They are negotiating. To me, I'm kind of emphatic say they have cleared the debt and that they have been able to solve that problem. He says they are negotiating with the IPPs and it's going to be done at the end of the year. So the probability of Dumso flick clack, if you can take it away in a light off, no. The probability say if you are getting away in a light off, no, it is going to happen throughout the year. They just don't want to tell you say Dumso na mutim no. The Dumso is inevitable. You are in Dumso. Stop using grammar and saying say it is what's the word they use? No. So Sir Brofwe President the Treasury mono and now Obekan or Jubilee House or Obekan or Parliament no. He is technically telling you people that they owe the IPPs, and that they are negotiating to pay small. You are owing 11 billion. How small? And he didn't finish there. He says the negotiations and the payment, everything is going to happen in a year. It means within this year, 2021, Dumso is part of us. They have changed the name, but we will force them to use the name. So Ghanaians demand for timetable. Brofo no beka kire mo no, but when you break the brofo down no, Ekufuado is telling you say Dumso is inevitable. Say okay, the last part of the statement. Furthermore, I want us to take our time. He said during the delivery of his first State of the Nation address in his second term on Tuesday, March 9th, he said negotiations with independent power producers, that is the IPPs, the terms of whose contracts entail substantial financial charges on the state are ongoing and should be completed by the end of the year. Inti one to me anya emphatic post say you tua sika no and now you tua 90% and now you tua 80% to. He said negotiations are ongoing. Omunisika no. Dumso is inevitable. Inti twede e ben wono no agye ntem a blow which is inevitably yours when earlier received can cause torrential hostilities. Etwatwa so twede e ben no agye ntem e Dumso moma nkofo ntia ase se e Dumso. Inti brofo no bekan e grammar no bekan no. And if you are not smart enough, cause Ekufuado dot brofo or catch us over Dumso. Ekufuado catch will say Dumso no e na ugire mu no inti ubeye ntem aye ntem Dumso no and I the grammar, Eda Damo, Ubisa Obisi, so many do atam, and a Kufuado dear. I thank God Mahama did not win this election. Supreme Court forced him Kufuado to win here. I thank God the Supreme Court forced the Kufuado to win this election. You know why? The reason is if John Mahama had taken over, Sa Ekawe, and can be Kroma Santifor, be Kroma Chimfor, Ghana for Fantifor, Alotoja Cops in the Krum for. Aha! They will say, John Mahama did do Saba. John Mahama did do Saba. John Mahama saw mu do Salamamo. Mon maintain power, no? You people could not maintain it. Mon kind of crunch Ghana for say, Mon to man boy Jumano, what to one of us and the inevitability and the power outages, and you do so. So, me say, Nyanko Pondo, any people, and offer Jemensa before we so, and offer Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court Chief Justice, and the Wadani Ejakoni, go for Sreno. No cry, Mobo, Enin Komi, and then in your boy Danny comedian, and parliamentarians are laughing at him like a kid. The embarrassment. This is unprecedented in our history. A whole Chief Justice of the Republic. People were ridiculing you in public. To say, Sebio Wajunso. People were telling you, shame. You sat there, you didn't even know what to do. When you go see somebody say I say you can't do anything. You are so embarrassed because you are too political, Chief Justice. Because, Chief Justice, you are too political. You see the embarrassment today you carried. You see, you're too for one take. Trousers, you're too for one take. Why a whole foot soldier? A whole Chief Justice. Why do you even sit on this case? Why do you even put yourself through this? How this year today, even a second court judge, you're respecting the Chief Justice. Oh. But see, even a second court judge has more respect than you, and it is you caused this. From the beginning, we were telling you, just get out of this case. Step away. Let your Kita school boys do it. At least let them cheat. You sat in the middle and deliberately shouldered a criminal like Jane Mensah. You deliberately went against our constitution, went against our laws. You went all the way to UK and Canada to bring a dictionary to try and save a dying widow, a dying woman, a dying witch, Jane Mensah. Uye bibia bonsam Jane Mensah way. Uye bibia, you see today, and the Jane Mensah engineer will change. What is one and Chief Justice, Omo Guenima said to the point you cannot come out of this. You are an embarrassment to the Supreme Court. It's a total disrespect. Just say, and then I'm a very amount. I said once na diwechi. The despicable way you handle this Supreme Court issue. Say ya Ghana na yetina sebi onyansa fo and na nyansani ba ko ayenya or a politician. Without this, I'll say this. But see, as I see Supreme Court, no, and can see what any country and can talk see ya kronim. When you're lucky na when you're John Mahama. But we'll go into the matter itself. Any niabwa, on any Jezebel, no, and then you see your own Jemensa de Nyambayo. Jemensa de Amam for channel. How long can you get police protection, soldier protection, and the easy for the more ambassadorial positions? Easy. Easy secretary for the more. You see the pettiness of this government. You see how clear it is. Sir. Corruption has become our hallmark now. And the easy for the more bia juma sako abruche ko juma otina Ghana yebeku. A word yet date obiboku. In time Jemensa say you have signed your death warrant because you were not supposed to allow yourself to be used like a dirty rag. You were not supposed to be allowed to be used like somebody who works at the red light district. You were not supposed to allow yourself to be used like that. Today, Akufo-Addo has used you, Jemensa, as somebody or a material or some substance that we use in cleaning the glasses at the red light district in Holland. Jemensa have allowed herself to be used by this government. Enini Yabua also has allowed himself to be used like a dildo at red light district in Holland. Jane Mensah has allowed herself to be used like a bed sheet at the red light district in Holland because you are good for nothing. You are an embarrassment to yourself and you are an embarrassment to the institution you represented, an embarrassment to your family. How are you going to get out of this shit? How? This embarrassment is ridiculously unprecedented in our history. You see how? Today people don't respect you. Nobody respects you in Ghana. You are basically a foot soldier. Protect the integrity of the court and protect your hard-earned integrity. You didn't listen. You became a foot soldier. You became somebody who was being manipulated by some politician who is greedy. You are the Chief Justice, for crying out loud. Your position is default. You'll be there till you die. Today you wish you had died before your position. Today you wish you were a dead man. You don't even feel happy. I know tonight. You'll be sitting in your room very, very quiet. Ora who? Ora who sa confirm no? When you say all the things that you did, your career, everything that you built, today you look like a man who has shit on his butt and everybody ridiculing him in parliament, on national television, in front of dignitaries. You have become basically nothing. You have been reduced to a rag. Because of your posture, because of the way you conducted this court proceedings. You see, you're too vaunted. When we advise you, you don't listen. You think Akufo-Addo is God. Akufo-Addo is not God. Akufo-Addo is human. Akufo-Addo is a manipulator. And you have allowed the Akufo-Addo to destroy the Supreme Court. So imagine your Kita school boys. Tukono, any Omo Makaka Kanos, Kita school boys. Do you think they are safe? They are not. Only one person can save this thing you are going through, Chief Justice. Only one person in Ghana. The country is tense. The country is divided than ever. Ghana is so divided to the point we need somebody to bridge this nation. Unless somebody doesn't want to be honest, we will need somebody to speak to bridge this nation. Without that, we don't have anywhere. And you, the Chief Justice, instead of you to be the arbiter, to be the referee, to be the, with all due respect, the most rational one to tell these young politicians and these junkies in politics, hey, you people shut up. Let us get to the bottom of this and let's move forward. You have also become a politician. You have become a foot soldier. You have become a man full of flies because you sat in the KVIP and the toilet is on your butt. Today, people are following, laughing and ridiculing you. And the Chief Justice who jinaha na incommode jinaha, among for best way incommode because you are a joke. That is what the people see. We will come to these issues. All right, so I saw this too. Your 2017 interview with Al Jazeera gave us hope. Now we are more endangered. LGBTQ Ghana to Akufo-Addo. Cathedral ni ebesi. Cathedral no upeo yebesi. AJ designer no so I support to give for so support to give for yebesi Madanka Williams akobon payum. Shit. Cathedral no. I ashe. They said your 2017 interview with Al Jazeera gave us hope. Just said 2017, it is bound to happen. No? You gave the LGBTQ plus AQWW, you gave them hope. But now, under you, their lives are in danger. Why are you doing that, Mr. Akufo-Addo? And this is a love letter the LGBTQ of Ghana, they wrote to the president. It's a love letter. You gave us hope. In your statement, you gave us hope to start building a society, to start coming out as a unit, to fight for our rights. Why are your kids today attacking us? Akufo-Addo, why have you taken the hope? Mr. Cathedral no yebesi. Sikano. Ashe yede choloto, yede biato George, yede biato 55 embassy. Sikana she. Cathedral yebesi o. Hey, David J, whether you support gay or you don't support gay, whether even you are gay or you are not gay, Cathedral no yebesi. Wose unko Cathedral nim. Na yensina mponchi ngogum ye besi ma yene Christopher akom akwa na o support gay for no David J no obesi Cathedral no e ma yene Christopher ne akoma ko ware share David, don't lose hope men poso ho, don't be ashamed of the gospel. David J, Cathedral no ye besi next time uni pa mbebu no. Next time, David J will design and oversee the construction of the cathedral to the glory of God. Next time. So that is it. Cathedral hey. And then another Akufo-Addo decided not to talk about this. And this was actually reported by Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And this in there, he says, Ghana's debt will hit approximately 75% of gross domestic product, total value of goods and services produced in an economy within a period. From 2024, international rating agency Fitch has said in its latest paper on energy sector debts, a risk of Ghana's post-pandemic debt trajectory. In fact, brofo mo kenyina say, mo brofo man ndada. Esi ano then Akufo-Addo, you see on the state of the nation. So see as you're frail. Now we are suffer. Now that's sorry biano. Near can suffer bra. Because state of the nation ya. Yeah, and yes, when my offending your frail. You see the catch ya suffer. I say me catch the state of the nation say. But today say the car and deka. I would have a kind of bulk near you. Yaka a day 10, Yaka a day 2. Neko, ye have a finance minister no. Emma na be jum. At the quinta higher 10, at the quinta higher 2. Now ya frauba. Now be general state of the nation. Now one can GDP. Yaka a day. And the main country of Brofuni and say. And ask me no jina hey. Yadika 300 billion. Besia yabono 300 billion Ghana cedis. Emu ejichemu eduasansia. That is 60%. Me be didum mama tiase. Yadeka 300 billion or pp I or pp no because of the car church nechi. Yadeka Ghana a car ya besia ya bo 300 billion. Na sa 300 billion no. Utichem ewo hamu a ohamu eduasansia eduasa 60 ai ohamu eduasa utichem ohamu eduasa no Ekufuado nkwa the boss aka no. What you say? Say 300 billion cedis na ye deka no. Ekufuado 60% ono the boss aka no. And it's in the state of the union no one bo eka ye de so. Na so person tie ase a Ghana na yetisi no. Say amount 100 Ghana na say Ghana for sika ye de wo me 25 Ghana. 75 Ghana no ye ka da ho. Me ne wo o man of war school na wo gina for man omo na baba adwuma say mfui. Omba be adwuma say slaves. Omba be adwuma say enkoa. Omba bo bra omo tumi hwew. 10 15 years from today, 12 years from today, 5 years from today. Sa omba no university na obewie no. Omo no mo be adwuma say mponche. Omba be adwuma say ndwan. Sa time se bi o na bi ekufo do wu ko. Sa time na bia osafomafo wu ko. Kanu for that enim so be survive on survive no so wu ko. Gabi aso chirako na ne heni anaba wu. Na wo mana ande wo te wo se o. Akwesi we university na school a wo kwei obeye adwuma so otwe e de betua saka na ende kufu ado bogu wo no it is a me catch rew say asama ba yen nyina yen tena ne ndwidwino ho na wa adwene o say o ye me a my friend o ya ho if you think you are doing me you are doing yourself. Into more man what university in there free SHS for no e kan Ekufuado about to no sa 300 billion na ne die nkwa Ekufuado nkwa o wa be di president 4 years there no wa bom 60% edusia 60% o hanchi chemu edusia o ha 100 uchi chema 60% na adodan kwa Ekufuado tele na nkasa genchem no na ban we o mesi hwiwa ukrom on see hospital ba kokra o betna so no kachem sen fa no wa yensuo Catch them say, "Hino wesi factory." Otiwo sebio ye kan okran kireo ye ne yetu kwan kakra ye ntu kwan mbejimi ye tu kwan besua nyansa a ye de beboa ye man no ne ye kan okran kireo a na sebio ka okese be se jimility ni na wutim oju sa wo ye me wo ya wo ho oma no oma be ye adwuma se nkoa na de ye ne se omo ye adwuma no sika mpo ma ombe ye adwuma se nkoa 25 35 40 no 2000 Ghana krada because Nana Adodan Ekufuado elbow besia ne guo no na waya wo to fia ne te wo support no we ye kurampo ye mbon sa wase ye ba be di jollof na ko obi ani kapre. These are the things we need to be asking and talking about. Mo the party mo the governance nyina koye politics tribalism ego mo pejama beti yenka obi yembo obi cham so yete Ghana de yetumi ka obi asem de yenka yete kroma nipa na ya bom tuo ahemfo akese meja ahemfo keto asem kan ahemfo akese a omutu kwan konum ti ahemfo akese ye bom din a na ya guru kete wa ha ya bo fonton from wa ha ahemfo akese a gold da omo maso e chen gold a Queen Elizabeth use because omo de na solid ahemfo akese a omo ntoma etumi ma nipa etumi ya ton etumi ma nipa 50 capital omo tie obi ayedin ahemfo akese a omo ntoma chinia do omo so chinia ne ton a etumi de gije obi kra obi ahuhwe obi antehwe na sekuro ne yetimu no na yeti krom sana empanifo amwo krom tit mo a wosa mo kasama nyoma sesa obi ayedin no ebe den na nkora no fans in some show man kasansa and do what they want and do what they like anytime say mo amudi ahemfo akese won Ghana mo koda na mugunsa na mo fe hire Mahama me ka bibia oyo hene o Ghana oyo panyini o Ghana oyo sofo mo ko bompaye mo ko ya fasting ahemfo mugunsa mo bunsa na mo bojo Mahama diwo na mugunsa enhira no because say kamonya obi a owo fom a odwene Ghana on kekro wenka dane samunim obi ato obi ankasa okasa esu muade okasa esu muade wome na woyen they are totally two different things e be some point bi no ye nya krodin kasa ye dia ye be kasa amanfo dia Setia. At this year, everyone in Ghana. Yetia, because yen na yama more chance. Yama politicians with chance. Yama Kufuor the Bush for chance. And they will use us like slaves. Yeti Kroma, I am for Kasia Kufuor the president. Obumanimtia, Yenina Kasatia. And the say Kufuor na say Krono, Munina Maidi, Yeti Kroma. Obin kasa bonimbra boni de enye na boni so de ba na asem kese ba frankansi so na ada asem kese besi no de be hwe se de oni mirika kɔ de oye guru batons de oye guru 100 meters de obegya na himfie si wo de obegya na asɔre si wo de obegya ne maame wo kire de obegya ne papa etumrika abobɔ ne ntoma hye na motu betumrika. That day will come and nobody can stop it because we have condoned nonsense in this country for too long. Ya so send some fun so krom ha e men den some fun na kantan ye so e ma yati krom ha ye nim se nyoma ekoso obi aye din nipa nko ewu e se obi ato ahemfo e hyemoto asomfo e hyemoto ex president e hyemoto etitrufu aboku amoso nim nyansa Oprah Winfrey 1 Oprah Winfrey 2 anyansafo mo ga nyina e se obi ato yete ha obi ankasa na ada e betija no. The day it will light ehon ye be hu se Ohene, this year, Adani Akwa will be krum. People will rape your woman. People from other countries, they would eat the blood of your kids. Vultures in Petebetwa Bamukroma be yini panenam. Mobedan wurem, wawabe tatamo. Adenti Nyakubo Bekajan say, Mashirmo me jamo life on because Monsue Nyansa. One cano kre, anche a tyrant like a Kufuado. Because from the terrain now, Yakono. When somebody also gets power and kills 30 people, I swear to God, so hinibi, sofubi, ni party to be better no also bonitimutru, and nobody can speak. You know why? Because you have allowed this. Most 30 personal. You people are cementing the ground for the chaos. Tell me, say, so also you're in there, we are suffering there. We are the party to da, oko bompaya, bobi mama hama, ko gu hindi, wa hindi ni ke gu. Osofu die no asori kakraka na wesi no ke twaja atum me say o mosque na akobo asori wo ho no anke ase no me na me catch me say mo National House of Chiefs nke bubu, but you are lucky. God always give opportunities to people, and I'm a humble person who accepts nonsense. You people are lucky, and the moko Senegal nkwohwe eja dem onya ni panche omo. You people are not better than Senegalese. You people are not smarter than Senegalese. But they are taking a decision. And it was because of the consistent oppression. It was because of the consistent corruption. It was because in penifobia kromono, adani omun penifobia, omonia konfona nenam, inti boniba omonka. That is why today Senegal is on fire. And Senegal, atija, enche. Yeah, Senegal tija o dia enche. O kan semtia na yenkofo bi ya ehihye mu yam. Kevin de wajimi dabi no kro na e hawo no. Fact no e na abriu akoma no. Eni tira wanya BP no. Eni tina Bleeders Association am one mu no because I had no ba akoma no o blood pressure no e be kosro o BP no be kosro. Because I have message on semfu so. Where did money e be catch so where did money? And Bleeders Association of Ghana, more brano, a mojani sonugum yem ko. 3 months no obituary. 3 months now but down, gone too soon. 3 months now logged out. Ubewu free platform no so. Cause you no credible bow. You the bow. You baptize you. I say you bow. You will baptize you with the truth. When you say we mwagro, mo de munim de sintra. Now see this. Government will engage parliament about a Japan deal. Me sa ko back to ahemfo akese amo Ghana mo so. Me this year, me so papa paramount chief. Ye nyina efra ahemfie onya this year nchen obia. Ba no kreda ho ani aka. Wana mo na yete krom ha ye de yagudi ahye omo sa. Ahemfo with all due respect, galamse ekoso Ghana yi, wana mo de di mutitire, wana mo de di anim, eya ahemfo. Because nobody can enter a forest without knowing or seeing the chief or the overlord of that land. The prime suspect of this issue we have in Galamsey near the Adeno. They are giving the go ahead. Also, on my press conference. Majority of these criminals in Ghana destroying our forest. Chairman want to me say asaso asantimemu. I say asantimemu penyini ni ho no. Eya ahemfu bi ena hyehyɛ nkuro bi ase ena ema ne chance man ye de oye no. These are facts. Let's not blame the ordinary Ghanaian. We can blame the politician, but majority of the time we need to blame you, these chiefs. This is the situation now. And the House of Chiefs, election ahemfo, they are bribed. Do I bear man on brown kasa meboa? Can the panel DM no me say juma 5 million Ghana cedis. The first one was 20,000 Ghana. On the day of election, Tuaba, Nafao, Betchere, 30,000, 50,000 Ghana for chiefs to bring in this man to support Ijapa. And then the only House of Chiefs. Mr. You're a killer and ombre. This is where our problem is. When the betu sikako kwa asasi biswa or hini na oti asasi sunim. Now let me read a story and I'll come back. I am for minimum started. Because we want to say our core problem is majority of the chiefs. Yes. Your problem is nobody is speaking. Nobody is talking. All these guys on our lands digging and doing this illegal mining from Aisha one time missing there. Million this in free, million people in free. You, these chiefs, some of you people, you are the people negotiating and emboldening these criminals to destroy our forest. Who is saying I'm lying here? Nobody can come into onto a land and start mining. Assassin obidia, assassin be the Ghana bia ewura. So do you want to tell me that you have no idea about the galamsey happening across the nation? You people know. You are acting like you don't know. You know. Now, when you read a story, this is what the story says. President Akufo-Addo says government will come back to engage Parliament on the steps it intends to take on the future of the Ijapa transaction. This statement is an emphatic statement. He's telling you that Ijapa will keep going or be finish Ijapa. He has got nothing to lose. But who do we blame? Yesterday, Ijapa was me. We never saw any chief or chiefs come out with a statement protesting. Say, we are the chiefs. We are the overlords of these lands. We will not allow the government to sell our royalties to some foreign country or foreign businessmen. Nobody. What is happening in Ghana? Ahemfo na ye nananom wu ye na esi ensisi mu ahemfo na mo nhwa asase na egudie na wo so na mo fam body pa na ho ban no mo ahemfo no, some of you have connived with the government to steal the gold, the minerals under the soil, and then you people have become so greedy to the point more boa ban no mane wiaye. That is my problem with you people. Time Ijapa issue about, I was expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powerful chiefs to come out and say, hey, this should not even go forward. Ijapa ba na this government Akufo-Addo okonaive and oye everything possible to take away Togbe Afedi and his vice. Nane Usi. The plan was that Togbe Afedi was against Ijapa. So Akufo-Addo had to dish out 5 million cedis to organize an election to make sure Togbe Afedi lost the election to bring that man in. You are the people to protect that resources. It is not a responsibility because me to me from machines in Besiwa Sasa so send me to gold. You need to give me even when the Lands Commission or the Forestry Commission gives you a permit, you still need to talk to me. So you people are hypocrites, and the youth will rise up against you people because the confidence the people had in you. They take their time, they groom you people. They groom you for almost 40 days. After that, they take you to the stool room. When they take you to the stool room, it's a sacred place. Or hinibia obesi subia akonya was dining. Ye bron ho, ye do see akonya so 3 times. Akonya oba pekeni akata weni no. Eno ye de ma ho. Eye din a ekirese also would di mra no so. Ekrobia ni de omosom, but some of us believe in the stools. Now I am for Danny businessmen. They go against the traditions, they go against the customs, they have become politicians. They want positions even more than politicians. And this is our downfall. Chiefs and kings in Ghana, none of you can prove to us, say, you don't support this Ijapa nonsense. You are part of it. In fact, the bigger ones. Let's go to the paramount chiefs, the National House of Chiefs. That is where the government is cooking its crime. Say, nobody knows. Why the better time excavator so betu gold? Ye ni ma hemfo mo ye galamse okrum ha. What is this? The biggest, the embarrassment is too much. Me say imbre bi beba. Oyo ohini a obebo won too much wa motum no tumika. Woja wa himfie no na ukọ. Because the people will come after you. Manya the papa na. And the Kufuor Abegina Parliament catch the Ghana for say Ejapa is coming back. Because through Jane Mensah and the Supreme Court, we're making sure so we're manipulating every year, but Emma most of what 89. Oh, he be Ankasaye. Anka John Mahama president, and Kimina him for Cassia, Monfanembra Hanaman and Kasa, Monfanembra Hanaman and Kasa, Menamio Hinway, Menam Tumason, Menamichiniason. Why are you people not speaking? You are hypocrites, and that is what pissed me off. Extra someone see. Anka John Mahama time there, anka subway, a year then attending to me free stream beton good year. That will be the caption. A year then attending to me free stream beton good year. We were in this country when Ibrahim Mahama spent billions to, in fact, check a land to mine to help us. Yet here you can attend to us as a good year. And then come out Chinese for what have we gained? Now my hand from what to Kroma, everybody is quiet. Adentra. But you want our respect. How do you get our respect? Nobody's releasing a statement. No chief is speaking on this Japan deal. Adentra, you people are part of the cartel. Me say one day. As Madame Fubi kind of show we so monkey will go market. Adri be cook dom. Be. One day, monkey will go market. He never will come back. And then there be a monkey of frail shows or say, Dako, Adri be kojum, Adri kojoma, Adri in Sama. Obanyansa for, you will bet. You're still watching with all due for extended version. After this short break, we will do a tour of the day.
Problem we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that's.
You are watching Loud Silence TV.
You can't go below 40.
No, sir.
At all.
Yes, sir. That means we've gone. I'm come far.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No, I can't go below the 40. I would rather prefer getting off and just getting something out of it and just getting off.
Okay, so
it's just to demonstrate that this is for me and it's not for anybody. And that is something I want to just come up very strong on.
Okay, if that's your final position, then we have to let the others know and sign out what we need for.
Okay, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You are watching Loud Silence TV.
All right, welcome back to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobe Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. You can watch us live on Multi TV. On Multi TV, look for Loud Silence TV. On Multi TV, look for Loud Silence TV. You'll get us streaming live. We're also live on Facebook, on 2 platforms on Facebook. Look for With All Due Respect on Facebook. With All Due Respect on Facebook. We are also live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook. Loud Silence TV. Still on Facebook, we are live on NDC TV. We are also live on 1957 page on Facebook, 1957. We are also blazing on YouTube. Look for Loud Silence TV on YouTube, Loud Silence TV on YouTube. This is an international political platform. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called The Ghost Team. Let's take care of business right now. The editorial of the day is simple and it is short. This is it. How arrogance destroyed Nana Addo's legacy. How arrogance destroyed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's legacy. Today, the President of the Republic came out to tell Ghanaians the state of the nation. One, the President was late. He didn't apologize, which I thought, or I think, is still the biggest disrespect in the face of people who showed up and we the people who were waiting to watch him. He was late an hour and a half and later came in and disrespected everybody without apologizing. Let's put that aside. The President today was supposed to take advantage of the day and set things right. Why do I say that? The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, today blew the biggest opportunity in his political career and also his government, how his government is actually going to be accepted as a democratically elected government. Today, the President proved to Ghanaians and proved to the whole world that he is a president who isn't ready to, in fact, show maturity. It is very important I use this word. The President showed today that he isn't somebody who is ready to show maturity and also to move his nation forward with everybody. Why do I say this? And I would like the NDC people to listen to me. And if somebody is watching me who knows their flag bearer and all that, I'm going to make a statement today that I expect people to understand. And it is very, very important. In the interest of this nation, the election is done and we need to move forward. And how do we move forward when Yaya election, whereby we had 6 million voting for the incumbent and 6 million people voting for the opposition? What do we do? If one wins, there is that important step the person needs to take. And that step is to make sure that he eases the tension in the country. I was saying, or making sure, because elections come with so many things. In fact, we all know how this election went. We all know how the EC performed its duty. We all saw what happened in the Supreme Court. Lots and lots of people are angry in the system. Majority of Ghanaians still don't accept Akufo-Addo as their president. Majority of them. You cannot even say a minority because the president got almost the same amount of numbers the opposition John Dramani Mahama got. So I thought that today's Sona was supposed to be the Sona Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will use to change the destiny of this nation. Now, as you can see, in the interest of this nation, very important, not the interest of an individual, in the interest of this nation, and in the interest of this nation moving forward collectively, because if we don't move forward collectively, for people outside who want to be part of our development, people who want to contribute to our development, all that we need to do, one, is to make sure that we do the right thing. What is the right thing we have to do? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had the greatest opportunity to bring this nation forward, put together and move us forward. It is not about him. What I realized about Akufo-Addo today was that he is a person who thinks that everything should be about him. He is a man you cannot make peace with. He is a man who begs indoors and comes outside to tell people he is the craziest, very vindictive, focused person. But Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo today proved that he is not matured enough to lead a democratic nation. But somebody would like to ask, how do we solve this? How do we move forward as a nation? The election was rigged. Majority of the people who voted for John Mahama still believe that the election was rigged. It's a stolen verdict. The people who voted for Akufo-Addo also still believe that even though it was rigged, they have won. They don't care. Let's move forward. Now, how do we solve this nation? Because as we sit, if I am an investor, I will never bring my money to invest in Ghana. Never. Because it's a country which is sitting on tenterhooks or whatever. It's a country sitting on a time bomb. It is still not a time bomb because we have 6 million people who are angry and 6 million people who think that they won the election. So how do we compress this or intertwine this for us to all meet at a point to believe in a nation, not individuals? It is up to the leader to show leadership. It is up to the leader to prove that he's got nothing to lose. At this point, Nana Akufo-Addo's term, basically, this is second term is basically to establish his legacy. Finished. Akufo-Addo, whether he performs or does not perform, this is his term to establish his legacy. He has nobody to fight. Nobody's going to threaten you with another term. Nobody's going to make you say things that you don't want to say. You are just here to protect your legacy. What are you here in your second term to protect? It's to protect the nation. It's to protect our democracy. It's to protect we as a people. But Akufo-Addo is still thinking about himself. Akufo-Addo is still playing childish politics. Akufo-Addo is still acting like a baby who is always crying because somebody took his lollipop or something from him. The only time you see him crying and every time you see him smiling is when he thinks he used all his antics to get what he wants. Whether legal or legal, he does everything. But the issue here I want to say is, in our local proverbs, you say, nipa enim na wiano, anajo yen sokani anhwe nim. It is very important. You say, nipa enim no ewiabre no, anajo yen sokani anhwe nim. I wish I could say it in English. Someone with a literal translation, someone we know during the day or somebody we already know at night, we don't have to light a candle or light to see whether it's him or not. I don't care. I don't know grammar. But nipa enim ne wiano anajo yen sokani anhwe nim. The reason why I am saying this is that Nana Addo Dankwa's opponent in the 2020 election was John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama, who represents the NDC, has been in this position before. In fact, he has been in one of the most trickiest, dangerous positions in 2016 when he lost the election in his first term. John Mahama would have chosen not to concede the elections. He would have decided to use the military to bulldoze his way through because the election had not been completed. Even the results had not been gazetted. Nothing had shown, say, Akufo-Addo had won clearly. It was from what the opposition was saying and the atmosphere in the system. He realized that as a leader, he needed to make a decision that would save the democracy of this nation. That is the most important thing. If the leader is always thinking about himself and not the people or not the nation, we always hit a block. And that leader is dangerous. Now, today on my platform, I know majority of the people who voted for John Dramani Mahama are still pissed. They are angry. They still don't want Mahama to talk to Akufo-Addo, to come out. But from what we know and from the proverb I just said, Obia enim na nopano, anajo yen sokani anhwe nim. I will advise the flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, to at least prove that he is more matured than this president who is 77 years. By, at the end of the day, telling Ghanaians that we should all move forward. John Mahama should be able or should come out and call the left and call the right. I'm talking about the 6 million that voted for him and the 6 million that voted for Nana Addo to come together as Ghanaians in the interest of this nation for us to move forward. Because the president we have today is not ready to lead. I say the president blew up the biggest opportunity in his life to help his government and help this nation. Today, he would have extended some kind of a hand to the opposition who had the same number as he has. The opposition who hasn't still congratulated him to say, what, you know what? We have had our lows. We have had our highs. You are an ex-president. You have fought to prove that you are worth the position you are in. And that the election is over. And I will take this opportunity as the president of the republic in the interest of this nation, standing in front of the nation, I would like to just extend. Akufo-Addo couldn't do that. Extend that kind of reciprocal respect to the opposition leader to at least help come out with a statement to move all of us forward. You cannot force somebody to accept, to congratulate you. No. And let me get this right. Nobody in Ghana can force John Mahama to concede defeat. Nobody. It is only John Mahama who can decide to say, let's move forward as a nation. Because as I speak now, nobody is coming to invest in Ghana. The international world, they still think Ghana is sitting on a time bomb because the opposition hasn't accepted. At the end of the day, who loses here? It is we the people. It is not Akufo-Addo. This is not about Akufo-Addo. This is not about Akufo-Addo being a tyrant or not. It is about we the people, our democracy and the sustainability and development of this nation. So I will expect John Mahama to at least speak to the nation, release a statement, tell Ghanaians that at least they should support this government. Support. We need that support as a nation. We need to move forward as one people. At least support this country through different ways, because the anger in the system and the leader we have does not have that maturity level to understand that he cannot build this nation alone. He will need everybody from every side to help him move forward. So I know most people will not like this, but in the interest of moving forward, I will expect the NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, should at least release a statement to tell Ghanaians that we should all move forward as one people. I don't think anybody can force John Mahama to walk to Akufo-Addo and call him and say congratulations. It will not change anything. But John Mahama, understanding democracy and understanding that we need to move forward as a nation. This is not about individuals. This is not about his ego. It's not about Akufo-Addo's ego. It's about the nation. It's about we the people. Because the president himself does not even understand why he's president. He does not understand why after an election you need to bring people together. He is not a leader. He's immature. He does not understand what we call building a nation with people. So, and I keep saying this. John Mahama cannot be forced to call Akufo-Addo. John Mahama cannot be forced to say congratulations to Akufo-Addo. No. But John Mahama can do one thing. He can put the nation at ease and tell us as a nation to all put aside our anger and move forward. Because Akufo-Addo himself knows he lost the elections. Akufo-Addo knows that the EC, the Supreme Court, they did everything possible, stole the election for him. But what about us? What about us sitting in this tension? What about us? Because it's not about Akufo-Addo. It's not about Mahama picking a phone and calling Akufo-Addo. It's not about Mahama being friends with Akufo-Addo. It's about Mahama thinking about the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? Because today, if the country does not move forward, forget Akufo-Addo. We make Akufo-Addo who is Akufo-Addo. And I've said, nobody can force Mahama to call Akufo-Addo. But in the interest of democracy and in the interest of the development of this nation, John Mahama can speak to Ghanaians. And when I say John Mahama can speak to Ghanaians, he can speak to the left and he can speak to the right and he can bring us together and say, let's move forward. We are done with this election and let's move forward. And every single individual who is rational and understands what development is knows that 4 years is not far. Knows that until you put your democracy, you put it intact, you make sure your democracy is intact, no matter what you are looking for, you will not find it. So it will only take a leader who understands democracy, because every single individual in Ghana knows Akufo-Addo is a tyrant. And John Mahama doesn't have to pick a phone to call Akufo-Addo to congratulate him. Congratulate him on what? What is Mahama supposed to congratulate Akufo-Addo on? 9 people who are killed? The lapses in the elections? But John Mahama has a responsibility to tell Ghanaians that we are supposed to move forward. It is important. There's a difference between calling Akufo-Addo to confirm his criminality, to confirm his murdering issues, to confirm the way he manipulates the Supreme Court, and then there's another one talking to Ghanaians to let them understand that apart from politics, we are all Ghanaians. We are all one people. And as a leader, as the opposition leader, I want we Ghanaians to move forward. Leave Akufo-Addo to do whatever he wants to do. Mahama should take that bold step. Mahama should take that step that will save this nation in 2024. I'm telling you. And it's not about individuals. I'm telling you, it's very important. What I am telling you now, it's not about an individual. It is not about Akufo-Addo. It is not about Akufo-Addo's family. It is about Ghana. And I've said from the beginning of my statement, nobody in Ghana can force Mahama to pick a phone and call Akufo-Addo. I will never agree to that. Nobody can force Mahama to come and stand in public and say, I congratulate you. What are you congratulating Akufo-Addo on? On the murdering of 9 NDC members? What are you congratulating Akufo-Addo on? On manipulating the Supreme Court, on trying everything possible to stop J. Mensah from testifying. But Mahama has a responsibility to make sure the country is a country that has not too much tension, a country that moves together as one people, irrespective of your political affiliation. So Mahama has the responsibility because the president is not matured enough to understand that this is a nation and this is not a party. John Mahama, I'll plead with him and I'll plead with the NDC leadership to at least come out and tell Ghanaians, this is not about Akufo-Addo, remember, and tell Ghanaians to live as one people, to move forward and let us all build this nation. It is important. People are angry, people are pissed, but it is very important that we keep us, when I say us, left and right, as a people together, than to look at an individual who does not even understand his position and how he has to act maturely. I know, I'm reading messages here. People are angry, but it is not about Akufo-Addo. That's why I keep saying, I would never stand in front of anybody and say, John Mahama should pick a phone and call Akufo-Addo. When John Mahama does that, what does he do? He's telling Akufo-Addo he did well by killing those people. When Mahama does that, he's saying that Akufo-Addo did well by making Enin Yeboah as a joker. Mahama should ignore that. Mahama should talk to Ghanaians. Ghanaians, whether Mahama is president or not, if Mahama becomes president today, he's not Akufo-Addo's president, he's president for Ghanaians. And at this point, we are not moving forward because the leader has acted childishly. He does not understand what nation building is. He does not understand what leadership is. I expect the NDC leadership to at least take this country out of this bondage. Nobody wants to do business with Ghana. Nobody respects Ghana. The country is sitting on a time bomb because the anger. I will expect Mahama to let us prove to us again. He has done it over and over. He has done it over and over. Even at a very crucial moment in his political career, he handed over power. How difficult is this? Talk to Ghanaians. Akufo-Addo is selfish. He's a tyrant. He does not believe in anything. He would have taken the opportunity today to prove to the world that he is a leader. He is smart. He is immature. He is matured, but he proved that he is still that Nana we know. He's still that tyrant. He is still that petty old man. John Mahama should prove him wrong. John Mahama should prove to the world that he can bring Ghana together. Akufo-Addo can do whatever he wants to do. I am pleading with the NDC to do this. And with all due respect to the NDC, with all due respect to John Mahama, he needs to speak to Ghanaians. He needs to speak to Ghanaians that no matter what happened, we have to move forward. Those who committed those murders, those people, it is their problem. And the leader is Akufo-Addo. So if Mahama becomes president today, he needs to lead Ghana. And it is not only NDC that makes up Ghana. It is MPP and NDC that makes up Ghana. And that is what Akufo-Addo is refusing to understand. He's refusing to understand that he's a leader for a nation, but not a leader for a political party. And John Mahama should prove that in opposition. 2024 is not far if he decides to run. But this is the only way he can see that economy. He can see that nation come together as brothers and sisters. Akufo-Addo leave him for his curses to follow him. Under your leadership, because you want to be president, 9 people were shot. It is your problem. Because you want to be president, see what happened in Ghana. It is your problem. It is you, Akufo-Addo, you and your family, you and your God. But it is the responsibility of John Mahama to do the job of a leader, to do the job as a leader who, even in opposition, can prove that he's matured, he understands democracy, and he's not selfish, and nothing is about him. It's about time John Mahama put this nation together. Even the NPP, they are not confident in themselves. It is only when a message that carries faith, a message that carries hope, comes out to bring everybody together for us to move forward. It is very important as a nation. And I'm expecting the NDC, I'm expecting the leadership to think about this. It is important. After listening to Akufo-Addo this afternoon, I realized that there's no hope. After I listened to him, I thought that you have won the election, this is your last time. It still shows there's no hope. There was nothing in the sona. There was nothing in his body language that showed that this man is a leader. This guy is a tyrant. He's like a baby with lollipop. He does not understand what we call leadership and bringing a nation together. If he has refused to do that, we will make somebody prove to him that he's a child. And that John Mahama, I know for a fact, and I know those listening who know John Mahama, who are close to John Mahama, will tell him that John Mahama, this is above you. This is above the petty president. This is about the nation. Your statement can move this nation forward. As we speak, nobody respects Akufo-Addo. Nobody takes his word. The people are waiting for John Mahama to bring the nation together. Akufo-Addo, he murdered to win. Akufo-Addo, he destroyed institutions to win. But when we are looking at the bigger picture is for John Dramani Mahama to prove that he's matured, intelligent, somebody who believes in democracy than this toy president. With all due respect, this is the editorial of the day. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. I'm not going to take any more calls. I'm not going to take calls today. Tomorrow we'll be here 3 p.m. US time, 8 p.m. Ghana time to discuss the issues. Let us understand. From what I saw today, from the SONA, we need a leader. We need a leader to bring this nation together. And nobody in Ghana can force John Mahama, from what I'm saying, and I'm pleading with the NDC leadership to congratulate Akufo-Addo. He does not deserve it. To congratulate anybody. He doesn't. And he knows. Akufo-Addo knows. But it's the responsibility of John Mahama to prove to Akufo-Addo that he is an immature president. He is a president who is not ready to lead. He is 77, but in politics, he's a baby. John Mahama can bring Ghana together. Ignore Akufo-Addo. It is important, because that statement alone can bring our economic fortunes back. It can bring this nation back. Brothers and brothers can speak to each other. Sisters and sisters can talk to each other, because at this point, the leader blew his chance. Today, he came to exhibit his high level of pettiness. He came to exhibit his high level of immaturity. And I am ashamed to call Akufo-Addo my leader. And I hope, and I prove, and I believe, if John Mahama is listening, if the NDC leadership, they are listening, take advantage of this and prove to the world that it's not about the win. It's not about being president, but it's about the sustainability of our development, the sustainability of our democracy. That is the most important thing. This is a simple plea to John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. It's about Ghana, not about an individual. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. US time, 8 p.m. Ghana time. We'll be live here. You can watch us tomorrow on Multi TV, on Facebook, with all due respect, NDC TV 1957, and on YouTube, you can look for us on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. This is With All Due Respect Extended Version. Good evening.
Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agogo. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa.
You are watching Loud Silence TV.